But
What's
babe,
your birthday drink?
Jägermeister.
Nice.
Mmm. Thank you for reminding me that I too have alcohol. I shall toast your birthday.
Oh Lord.
What shall I toast our DM's birthday with, huh?
I think I poured too much in
Double
this
shot of
glass,
apple vodka?
and I only have one way to get it out.
That's true. You do.
You want some?
No, thank you.
Hey. You want some other drink, or are you satisfied with what you have?
Nah, I'm good.
Alright then.
Wow, they probably don't have a cell tower.
Probably not.
I mean, can you actually imagine being disconnected?
No.
I mean, I've been on tops of mountains. I've been a lot of places that you wouldn't expect to find Wi-Fi, but had it.
Come on, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, fuck.
Whew.
Is that straight vodka?
Yeah.
I love you, babe.
Vodka is one of those beautiful things you can drink
Okay,
straight.
You know this.
But my God, at what cost?
What?
Reynolds said vodka is one of those things you can drink straight.
Well, I remember...
Can or can't?
Can.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I
Don't be a
w-
pussy.
I
Want
went,
some buns to take to your desk? Okay. Okay.
If you
Well-
eat all of them, it's fine.
I went to... Huh, that's weird.
If you eat all of them, it's okay, but only if you heal me.
Fair.
Okay.
I went to a World of Darkness game once, and one of the players was just drinking straight gin out of the bottle.
Was their character as well?
No.
Outstanding.
But, like, that's when I realized, you know, maybe I shouldn't get too close to that guy. Number one. And number two, I was just thinking, like, fucking... So, like, as I said, vodka is one of those things you can drink straight out of the bottle. Gin is not. Don't drink
Gin is
straight
not.
gin.
Crazy person. Did you try?
What?
Did you try?
God,
Is
no.
this speaking from experience? Okay.
No, I went looking for some mixer, and he was like, what do you need mixer for? I got gin right here. And I'm like, you need fucking mixer for gin, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Okay, that person was a wild animal that you spoke to for like 10 minutes, okay?
He was.
That wasn't a person.
It turned out he was a rapist, and we drove him out of town.
Oh, awesome. Good.
Could it have been James Bond?
Unfortunately, no. Huh. This thing's not as big as I thought it was.
Cap, that dragon you posted in the other chat is like hypnotizing.
Isn't it great?
Mm.
Yeah, that's Todd Lockwood's work. He's the guy that did the it was like a field journal but for D&D dragons. And he's done a lot of Magic the Gathering card art.
So, where did we last leave off?
We just saw a big old demon cloud.
Right. But you guys are
Yeah.
still at Terra Nova.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Salandra used Greater Spell to get rid of the cloud immediately over Terra Nova. That was the other.
Well, you can move the cloud. I don't know if you can disperse it.
You did say it was dispersed, at least over the immediate area we're in.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah, we saw it like receding in the direction it came from.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you've just spread the demon energy out.
Great.
And I mean demon platonically here. So, where to, folks? Right, and you figured out, that weird infernal cloud dust seems to be coming from the general direction of Gamma's fortress.
Shock. Just shocking.
Shut up.
I know. I'm gonna go shut the front door. But
Great.
it is the dead of night. Perhaps you guys should sleep.
At least
So, just so you guys are forewarned, you may hear me humming Thunderdome. I heard it today, and it won't go away.
I think it's very appropriate.
Thunderdome?
My gut tells me it's appropriate.
Which song from Thunderdome?
Tina Turner, the We Don't Need Another Hero.
Oh man.
Reynolds, may I please?
You may. But like,
Thank you.
okay, I have a We Don't Need Another Hero story. So I was playing Stellaris, and I had a race of hive mind people that were just like generally really friendly. And we were a race of fanatical purifiers showed up next to me, and they were like, "We're gonna kill you, Xenofilth," and I was like, "Fuck that." So I made a giant fleet, made a bunch of armies, beat the shit out of them, took over all of their planets, took over everything. And the whole while, I was just humming to myself, "We don't need another hero." And I felt pretty good about that. But
Yeah.
after I conquered them all, I didn't know how to assimilate them or what to do to them, so I just turned them into livestock. So I started breeding this fanatical purifier race for the sole purpose of being grinded up and turned into mulch for my plant hive mind. And then I fucking laughed so hard and just started humming once again, "We don't need another hero." And the rest of the universe was so upset with me. Because they're like, "Dude, you can't eat other aliens." And I'm like, "Watch me do it. I'm doing it. Don't pretend like you liked them. No one did. They have killed you in a fucking second." Anyway.
Kind of like that episode of Next Generation where that super powerful alien race got swatted like a fly by a super powerful alien who was really pissed off, and everyone was like, "You shouldn't have done that," even though they were coming to destroy the Federation next. So I was,
I mean, like, there is actually a way I could have assimilated those aliens, but I didn't know how at the time, so they were just food instead.
So weren't we heading back to the Hammer of Fire? Because Clem had made a friend there?
Yes. She had a conversation with him about what oceans are.
And man, they're so cool.
If anyone else wants to listen to that, you can learn about, like, what the rest of the world is like.
we also talked to the what was her name? The leader of the this community, the sheriff.
Yes, the sheriff of Terra Nova. So, once again, one name applies to many things. Terra Nova is the name of the mine, the clan, and the area. Because it just means New Earth. So, the Terra Nova clan founded the Terra Nova area, and within it was a large chunk of mithril,
Mithril.
which was turned into the Terra Nova mine. Just panning for mithril.
You just
No, as
pluck
you
it
do.
out of the ground in nuggets.
It's probably more mithril than there is sand. Right there.
Yep. And then they send it inland or off-world.
To whoever can pay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good business.
That's good business right there.
I can respect that. Coming from the bazaar.
Unfortunately, the people of the Hell Jungle don't exactly have the craftsmen to craft mithril, but they can sell it to you raw. And there's always plenty of buyers. Connor loves it. District 5 loves it. District 4 really loves it. District 3 really, really loves it. It's not so
And
popular.
District 2 can't afford it.
Well, I'd say District 2, it's not so popular in District 2. Number 1, because they can't afford it, and number 2, because, like, you can find crazier shit in the sand. Whew. Whew. Sorry. Sipping
You good?
Jägermeister. It drives me wild.
Ronald, how long are you going to be able to game master tonight? Just curious.
Until 9, at
We'll
least.
see.
Okay.
We shall see.
It's just a highballer glass half full. It's fine.
That'd be
is
really
fine.
funny. It'd be really funny if the game master had a blackout, because then Cap, you could just say whatever you wanted happened. And he'd probably believe you.
I've been in that position, and it's actually less fun than you think.
Yeah.
I have never consumed enough
Not with
alcohol
you.
to blackout ever. I don't know what the fuck my tolerance is, but it's too high.
Yo, go drinking with me, Reynolds.
Aren't you like 12 pounds or something?
Me? No, actually.
No, actually not.
Cap is a large lad.
I am.
No, I was talking about Ronald actually.
And no, I'm not that tiny. I'm pretty tiny. But I'm
You're
not that
hardy.
small. I'm scrappy.
Well, I was seriously around 125 pounds when I was, well, your age at least, Cap.
Heh.
Oh no,
That
I'm
was
at like 160 going up to 170.
Yeah, I'm a lot more than that now. So.
Mood.
I am reaching a problem where pants. I'm having a hard time finding pants that fit around the middle.
That's not an uncommon problem for men to have.
Well, the thing is, like, my gut isn't any bigger. I guess, is my ass getting bigger? I don't know.
I mean, you're walking everywhere, so yeah.
That's fair. I do walk literally everywhere.
Does Reynolds got the booty?
Oh, reports to me indicate that I indeed have the booty.
There you go.
Although I wouldn't know what to do with it. I guess it's just there for looking at.
Just there to appreciate. Like, here's the thing. Like, most men's asses are just there. So, like, it's like a rare treat to find a guy with a booty.
So, you go to, what the fuck is the name of the tavern? The Hammer of Fire?
Hammer of Fire.
Hammer of Fire.
Hammer friend.
Hammer friend. And you guys chill out. Spend a silver piece for shit, not even like 5 copper pieces for it's a good room. That's not even a bad room. I mean, it doesn't have a bed.
Cost of living's just low here.
Cost of living is just super low. Also, they don't have beds; they have cots, but it's a comfy cot.
Fair enough.
I've slept in far worse places.
I should probably try to sleep tonight.
You sense that the troubles are coming.
Yeah, I do.
Like Clem tweaks your nose and goes, "You have a big day tomorrow."
Oh, don't say it like that.
We all do.
He actually looks pretty nervous.
Oh, hold. It's gonna be fine, really.
1 second.
Yep.
Let me get in chat. We don't need another hero. Also, Borderlands 2 starts a whole hero motif that it just fucking drops an hour in and then picks up 20 hours later.
Yeah. Listen,
Mostly
we're not playing Borderlands for the plot or motifs.
That's true. We were playing it because we want to play a fucking strong as fuck Vault Hunter with some sick ass wild guns. I want a shotgun that fires swords that explode into more swords that also explode. Can I get that?
Sword explosion coming right up, babe.
Thank you. Mr. Torg, make a gun.
Mr. Tortman.
What's your
Make
favorite
me a
gun in Fallout Las Vegas for now?
I'm probably gonna have to go with the hollow rifle.
Really?
Yeah, if you put some upgrades on that thing, it gets fucking wild.
Yeah. I really love killing things that are a long way off. So I've always liked that. Why? It's the upgrade of the railgun.
Oh,
Had it around.
the electron cannon?
No, it's geez, I can't remember the name of it now. It's like a special code for, it's it looks just like a real. Oh, sorry, not a real gun. What do they call them? All right, my brain is still not. I'm really struggling with like basic words today.
Oh man, I've been there like all day today. Like I was in the middle of doing work and I can't remember what I was trying to think of, but I full stopped and just like locked up and then started 6 seconds later with the word that I wanted to say. It's like it's congenital herpes.
Was that what you really wanted to say?
No.
Congenial something.
No, I mean, like, I said what I wanted to say, but it had nothing to do with that. But it was, like, similarly, like, dark and jokey. Because it's my birthday! I say what I want. I do what I please. I'm going mad shade.
Oh, actually, I just realized I do have a new favorite gun.
Oh?
It's the Christine sniper rifle.
Oh. Oh, Christine's
really nice.
sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Poor Christine.
Yeah, Christine's COS silencer rifle.
Yep.
It's really nice. It like makes a little popping noise when you fire it. It's great. But the one I was talking about was YCS 186.
Does Holt want to get swole?
He does. There is desire there, but he's trying to just repeat to himself, "It's the last resort. It's the last resort."
It's the last
So
resort.
I'm not taking it off the table, but I shouldn't.
If there was anything in your entire toolkit, on your entire character sheet, you should have a little potion paralysis about, it's that.
I know that. You also described it to me as the only high that he's, like, able to feel now.
That's true. Oh man, blood. It's your new fucking heroin, kid.
I know that line.
Thanks, Jack.
That's what I'm here for. God's melding, it's your new fucking heroin, Holt, and it's been like, what, 4 months since you had a dose?
At least.
Just fucking kick back, relax, lose your mind, kill all your friends.
I'm not going to do that.
Breathe steam for a little while, chop up your enemies, see them driven before you, hear the lamentations of their women.
That's better.
And be a basket case for a while afterwards.
Hey.
No, it was fine last time because I could focus.
About to say, the only reason Clementine suffered mental ability damage is because she pushed her God's Meld longer than the time limit allotted. She had 12 rounds and she pushed it to 15.
I can't do that physically.
That's true. The thing about, like, pushing your brain farther than it can go is that your brain is a bit more malleable in that you can keep digging sand out of that hourglass.
That's true. There's always a little bit more sand left. What's that line? There's always a little bit of dignity left to lose.
Oh.
The spite is strong this evening.
Yahoo!
Hey, Renaud, when do you think we're gonna finish that World of Darkness game?
I don't know. The next time this game can't run and you're available, basically.
Okay. Just curious.
It looked like a lot of fun.
We may remember very little by then.
I mean, there's not much to remember.
That's what happens when you have a game without me.
Here's the thing. I recorded it all, so I can send each of you guys 3 hours of footage, and you guys can jump around and be like, "Oh yeah, that happened," or "This happened."
Oh, my accent is so bad.
Doesn't matter. It's delightful.
Yeah, I think Holt and Dougal probably would get along pretty well.
Reynold, I have a birthday question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's your birthday, can I just mostly eat dessert for supper?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Did you just
everything
gonna eat that entire bag of sugared dough?
I might. Well, the thing is that everything else either is delicious cold or reheats well, but the sugars are not.
Well, the thing is, Pidge is a woman made out of rag and bone, so she can eat as much sweets as she wants.
That's not true, actually. Catherine has helped me gain lots of weight.
Thumbs up.
Straight up, I've gained like 40 pounds. It's awesome.
Wow.
You're
nice
welcome.
work.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
Now, if you fall over, I'm not afraid you'll break.
Mm-hmm.
The other
Yeah.
thing
Yeah, when I wake up in the morning, my hips don't hurt. Outstanding.
The other thing that doesn't keep well overnight is like salt, like fresh pretzels. You have to
Very
eat
true.
those pretty much instantly.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Holt, that's the only bit of advice Gemma has.
Understandable.
I'm not saying there won't be a fight. I'm not saying God's melding won't make you win. I am just saying I've seen your opponent, and you'll meet him soon, and you may understand exactly what you're going up against.
Like I said, that fear is there, and it's good that it is.
But
I noticed how Gemma's not telling me this time, don't be afraid.
that's true.
And that means something.
That means something. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
Mm.
Thanks, Heavy.
You're strong with the references tonight.
But yeah, I would like to try to get some sleep.
Things are just so eminently referential. You managed to sleep.
Thank you. It's been like 2 days.
That being said, it's time for some haunted dreams.
Great!
Yeah.
Let me guess, it's Armstrong again.
No,
Oh?
it's far more insidious.
What do you want from me? He's a dog.
Ronald, you 30 yet?
Nope, 29. I know, I'm basically dead, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Over the hill, man.
It's all downhill from here.
No, that's 40.
Well, what's the Guillermo del Toro?
Speaking from experience, everything up to 40 is pretty good.
And then
And
after
then
40,
40
you gotta fucking worry.
Yeah. Things really start taking a bad turn after 40. It's like year 40, great year. I don't know. While anyone was complaining about being 40, I had a best year of my life. Then there was 41.
Oh no. Oh goodness. Great, thanks, Reynolds. I love it.
It's what I'm here for. If you're not feeling uncomfortable, I'm not doing my job right.
Uncomfortable? Not really that uncomfortable, but I do leave a gold piece on the nightstand.
Got it. I need to push this monster even further.
I'm a monster fucker. What do you want from me?
Still. We're just warming up. We're just testing
the waters.
We're just testing the waters. Let's see.
This is like the placement test.
Right. Let's see if I can fully immerse you in the sea of absolute revulsion. But we'll worry about that later.
You know where we stand now.
That's true. Y'all wake up well rested. Sort of.
Sort of, mostly.
Mostly.
Most of us.
Most of you. Clementine, do you have the scent ability?
I do not.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was an ability that you decided to get.
Mm-mm.
I've got... If scent is not listed on the aspect of the beast trait list...
It's not.
Fuck that, it's on the list.
Okay, because like I was gonna say, if it was, I would have taken it.
Okay, so take whatever you took, swap it out, you can have scent now.
Cool.
Your nose knows. You don't get any special perception bonuses when tracking by a scent, but you can smell things that other people can't using your perception score and your survival score.
Awesome.
That being said, Halt smells
Not quite covered up by an over application of his usual cologne.
I don't know if there's any amount of cologne that'd be able to cover.
There's
up
not,
that
but
scent.
he tried.
Like until you take a shower, dude, you're gonna smell like hot jizz.
Yep.
And like not just like a oh, I catch a whiff of the sex smell. Like,
You know it's bad.
Halt's nethers must be coated in dried spunk.
I just kind of look over to Holt and give him like the bro nod, kind of. You get much sleep, Holt?
He kind of gives like a half grimace and just shakes his head.
All right. Well,
No, but I may try to seek out some amenities.
not a bad idea. We wouldn't hurt to freshen up before we get started.
Oh man, I can't find the image that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Dan Avidan thumbs up, so I guess this will have to do in regards to Holt's reaction.
Yeah.
Holt, did you sleep all right? Memes.
Exactly.
Yes. No. Yeah. Yes.
Yine?
No. Yes. No. Yes. Anyway, Holt, fetch thee to a nunnery.
That's exactly what I plan to do. Does this camp have any place where I can go and clean up?
There's probably a body of water that is collected.
Yeah, is there a fucking river somewhere?
Yeah.
Great.
You
Let's go
Wash your
find
ass.
You take a hop in the river. There are lots of bathing mutants.
Excellent.
Modesty is a fucking 2-letter word here in Terra Nova. Modesty is a
So
2-letter
no.
word down here in the fucking hell jungle. Like, it's hot, it's humid, clothing
No
is
one
strictly
gives a shit.
clothing is strictly optional. And half of the
Awesome.
people can't even see how gross the other half looks, so who cares?
Sometimes it's a blessing to be born without eyes.
It's
Or
great.
sensory organs.
Anyway, you get clean.
So Holt runs off to do that and comes back.
Solandra, what have you been up to?
Jeez.
It's okay if you just go on a fucking caffeine binge.
Pretty much, as you asked me, I was adding the coffee that I bought last week to my inventory. so it's very possible that is occurring.
You go on a nutso butso caffeine binge and basically carouse all night. You know how it is. You get the jitters. Your heart jumps up to 150 beats per minute, and goddamn, can you just not stop listening? But all of you reconvene after Holt is clean. Where to now? Oh
What
yeah,
the
absolutely.
fuck is that, Cap?
Thanks. Sorry.
Why?
No,
I
there
should have
is,
just brought the bottle back with me, honestly.
quite frankly. No, there is definitely a mutant somewhere that looks like that. They operate everything with their mouth. They have a very, very strong jaw. Also, you don't want to be on the receiving end of those boots.
Oh no.
Like, a horse can kick, but a horse can't aim. This motherfucker can aim. Fucking booted. Anyway, where y'all headed? Heading out? Staying in?
Is there anyone else that we should talk to before we go where we need to?
I don't think so.
I think
We
we're the
should be
only ones who
alright.
even know the place exists. I mean, at least geographically.
Hmm.
That's true.
And I honestly don't think the people here will miss us too much when we're gone.
Definitely not. We should go.
I mean, you know, Igzdrid, or whatever his name was, I honestly don't remember. Probably fed on any of those who accidentally stumbled upon the fortress. Hello, your food. Who's ready for some delicious, delicious brains?
I'd really rather not.
We did leave a couple of creatures alive, if I recall.
That's true. I wonder if any of them have survived. I said, taking a sip of Jaeger, thoughtfully. Wrong pipe.
Too thoughtfully.
You're not supposed to breathe it in, dumbass.
You're not the police of me.
It's not more effective if you aspirate it through your lungs.
You don't know
It's
that,
not like
bitch.
butt chugging it.
That sounds like wimp talk. Lungs are a mucous membrane, right? Anyway. So you guys
Anyway, we're on our way.
You guys head in a northwesterly direction.
Shall we step through a tree?
Ooh, you could do that. Is it
I
time
hold
for
out
some-
my hands.
I take Clem's hand.
I'll take the other.
You can't get exactly toward the fortress because that's just like you can't. The properties of the fortress make it so you can't teleport to it or like around it. But it will bring you.
But we
Get
can get
closer.
closer.
I'm about to say it will bring you significantly closer.
Oh,
Cool.
and make sure that McCavity isn't wandering when we do this.
Of course,
We do need him.
there were traps in them, thar halls.
There were locks that we just couldn't fucking get through.
That's true. There were locks.
Yeah, that's very true. That door cannot be opened.
Yep.
And even with Rivo around to bash the doors down, like, there's monsters. Number one, there's monsters. Number two, there's traps.
Number 3, those traps have 9th level fucking spells embedded in them.
Hey, just a
So,
few.
yeah.
I have something for us, guys.
Is it time to bring back the map?
Oh shit, son!
Oh, yeah!
I imagine Holt just like fucking whips that out of his backpack. We
Well, I
all
mean, it's
cheer
in my
like jubilant
journal.
children.
What I have.
Holt, I will never tease you for being a pack rat ever again.
I'm not that big a pack rat.
Fucking got him.
And paper's light anyway, right?
Exactly.
Well, it depends how much of it you have.
Good point.
So, do y'all just try to head straight to the fortress or wander around a little bit?
I'm gonna head straight there, personally.
That's perfectly acceptable. It's tricky finding it again. But I mean, before like you teleport, you tree stride to vaguely the area around where you remember the fortress being, and then it takes a little while and it's a little tricky. But you come upon some landmarks that you found the first time you were looking for it, and you're like, yeah, fucking. Finding the needle in the haystack is much easier the second time around. Presuming that someone has put the needle in the haystack exactly where it had been. In this case, they have.
It doesn't hurt that it's a big fucking needle.
That's true.
In a big haystack, but it's still a big needle.
You've also cut away a lot of the haystack by having a vague area on a map as to where it is. And that vague area is pretty small. But,
Does Holt act like a magnet?
no.
Darn.
Unfortunately
think so.
not.
Worth a shot.
It was worth a shot.
That would be easy, wouldn't it? Too easy.
That
Too easy.
being said, it's much easier to find because the gate has been manned.
Manned?
Manned. Ooh, when in doubt, one of these guys. I like it. He's not hard to spot. He's not exactly keeping himself hidden. This little feller is in front of the gate. Not in front of the gates. Like, he's behind the gates, just sort of chilling out.
He's a doorman.
Exactly.
Oh.
When you say little fellow, How little are we talking here?
14 feet tall, I think.
Alrighty.
They are
Just a
probably
little individual.
So, knowledge planes. I got a 33.
Good, Solandra. Very good. This is a Hezro. As I recall, Hezros are the stench demons. Yep. Stench demons.
They're frog-like. They smell really bad and can make you nauseous. I remember that bit about them.
Yep. They're immune to electricity and poison, have resistance to many other elements, spell resistance, a very good fortitude save, not very good other saves. They rely on their large maw and large claws in order to deal damage, and they have a few magical abilities that make them dangerous, such as Chaos Hammer, Greater Teleport, and Unholy Blight. They can also turn into a fucking noxious, disgusting gas.
Great.
I
take out my mask that I had,
fuck.
the perfume mask.
That'll help.
Fuck, I recognize these things.
That
I
being
give them
said,
that.
Pathfinder has severely nerfed the unholy stench aura, and now the nausea is only sufficiently powerful against those who are like within 5 feet of it or are grappled by it. And it wears off within a minute instead of 10.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Paizo, for fucking fixing these terrible creatures. Also, they can breathe underwater.
Oh, they're frogs. Of course they can.
Just throwing that out there.
Huh.
I know, right? They're amphibious. Because they have the aquatic, chaotic, demon, evil, and extraplanar types. That being said, he has not spotted y'all. He is fucking lazy as shit.
There's just one of them?
There's just one. He is smoking a Hezro equivalent of a cigarette. It's large, it's wrapped, it makes a lot of smoke, and it smells awful. It's probably made out of mortal souls. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Christ,
Noted.
These
All right.
fuckers are dumb. I mean, by demon standards.
It's best that we kill it quickly. Assuming, Colt, is there anything else you know? In terms of, like...
I just know that that's probably not the worst thing in there. It's probably just a gate guard. I don't think that it could...
Well...
I'm not saying spare the demons, I'm just saying I've gotten a very explicit warning to pick my fights carefully.
So, are you supposed to just present yourself to this thing?
That's... He kind of shakes his head as... thinking.
Most demons can summon other demons, so just so you know, that's the danger of...
Of fighting it.
Yeah.
It depends on whether or not we want to send a very clear message to whatever's inside. I could probably get us in, just by saying who I am.
Well, just watch out, because those things are supposed to stink worse than the sewers under District 4.
That's true. Like, literally twice as stinky. Don't ask me how you measure stench. It's a very complicated system.
Well, I just remember throwing up a lot.
Okay. In the evil game, they fought a Hezro back when its aura was out to like 30 feet. And it was a fight that lasted for 24 rounds?
Jesus.
Because, like, it didn't... Its attacks weren't strong enough to beat anyone's armor class, but no one could manage to overcome the fortitude save to not fucking stop vomiting. By the time they killed it... Well, they killed it by vomiting so much that it slipped and fell down a hole. And then somebody dropped a sword. Somebody had dropped their sword down a hole because they were vomiting too hard, and it ended up point up in the sewers. And then he slipped and fell on all of the vomit that they were upchucking all over the place. Because 24 rounds of vomit, like at that point they were like crawling around on the floor, just fucking spewing bile. Until this creature failed a roll versus grease spell and tripped and fell down the hole and skewered itself on the sword, taking 15 d6 fall damage plus like 48 piercing damage from a crit from the sword at max damage, like a coup de grace, and just fucking died. We ran into that Hezro 2 more times. Because it had always been summoned, so we never killed it. So it just kept coming back and being like, oh no, it's you again.
Jesus. That's funny.
Okay, I was just making sure before I go in hard. Or like, got you. Thank you, Reynold.
You're welcome. Because as far as I'm concerned, I sort of prefer it as an untouchable analog.
Okay.
Not necessarily like unwelcome. I mean, you're unwelcome, but also welcome. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to let you in, but they're contractually obliged. I can't say no. His dad owns the dealership. So how you guys want to play this?
Solandra, can that thing speak Infernal?
No, probably Abyssal.
Okay.
You're aware that Hezros can speak Abyssal, Celestial, and Draconic.
I speak all those.
Oh, funny. It doesn't speak Common.
Solandra, what are the chances that it can speak a language I can understand?
Jeez. You really only speak Infernal and Common now, right?
Yeah.
You may not have picked it up yet, but the denizens of the Abyss and the denizens of the Hells hate each other more than we fucking hate them.
I actually have picked that up.
So yeah, talking Infernal to them probably not a way to get in their good side.
But that could be a power move.
Yeah, I
Sure.
don't really want to get on their good side, but I may need you to translate for me.
Like, I'm
All right.
speaking the language of the enemy in front of your fucking face. What are you gonna do about it?
I was thinking about suggesting it actually, as I can just you can go up and start barking in Infernal, and I can just simply translate it into, well, I could translate it to Celestial. That'd be funny. I could translate it into Abyssal. It's a fucking awful bloody language. But on the plus side, it has some of the best swears. I mean, they have like around 999 variations on the word fuck, which is really intriguing.
This is true.
That's outstanding.
None of them are good. Like, there are like 50, like, in the same way that there are like several Inuit words for snow, Abyssal has like a zillion words for torture or murder. You didn't
Okay,
have
then.
Sorry. Magic
No,
the
you're fine,
Gathering
you're fine.
reference. There's a creature from New Phyrexia, I think. He's one of the last Mirrodin creatures, and it's Ogre Resistor. He didn't have a word for home, but he knew he had to protect it.
Aww.
He was horrifically disemboweled and enslaved. Anyway,
I mean, actually, the only problem is that it's hard to distinguish profanity from the language. It's pretty much, by definition, a profane language.
it's all pretty
So-
profane, man.
Yeah. So it's just like sometimes when I want to swear and I don't want people to understand, I do use abyssal.
You could say anything in Abyssal. I'm gonna just assume.
It's awful sounding. Yeah.
I don't think I've heard you speak it. Oh, first time for everything.
Mm.
Paul kind of limbers up a little bit, rolling his shoulders, so we can adopt a imposing posture.
You sure you want to do this? It's killing it would be pretty easy.
I think that
It's all
I
about
should...
the message we want to send.
Exactly.
I mean, we're talking about fucking demons. Death is a pretty, is not a message that they misunderstand.
That's true. And we will absolutely fall back on it, but I was informed that I have some rank that I can... And I'm going to try.
Follow your lead. This is your boy's territory.
Great. And starts walking towards the closed gate.
I will walk a couple steps behind him into his right, with my hands clasped behind my back and making like very, doing the elfin glide thing.
The I'm better than you, don't look at me walk?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, he's coming.
Clem's gonna take up his right side. Again, a few steps behind.
What did you put in the songbook?
Oh, we're doing
I
the
just did that, yes!
We're doing the Buffy power walk.
Perfect. Sol walks up to the gate.
So yeah, y'all walk up. This guy tosses his Hezro stogie away and just says in Abyssal, "You all look a little lost."
I wait for. I look at. I look towards Holt.
I look back at Solandra. I don't ask for a translation or anything. I just level a very cold, nonchalant stare at this creature that is, a good 6 feet taller than me. Say in Infernal. Hezro, I am Nikolai Holt, scion of our Lord Gemma. You are obliged to open this gate for us.
I will translate that into Abyssal.
Holt, roll that beautiful intimidate footage.
Absolutely, and because this
Can I
isn't
assist?
a good aligned creature, I don't have to take my penalty.
You don't. Also, Solandra, you can, use some specific vocabulary to give you a bonus, but Holt has to lead this, so no matter how high you roll, you'll only assist him.
Okay.
28.
And oddly enough, that is exactly what I got too.
You lend Holt a +4 bonus for a total of 32. And
I translate very superciliously.
And the Hezo just says, "Whatever you say, Haas." And there's no chain to lift the gate. He just picks it up with his arms and lets y'all get out from underneath it. That being said, once you're inside, he drops the gate behind you, closing it.
I don't flinch.
Don't I get a dodge roll? You said you don't flinch. Oh, fucking classic. Anyway.
But yeah, I don't say another word to this thing. I don't regard it in any way as I pass through the gate and head towards the main courtyard.
You head into the courtyard, and oh lordy, there weren't this many demons when you came in here the first time. Not nearly so many demons, insofar as there are any demons now, and therefore that's more than there was.
It's mainly like chaos beasts and spirit naga before.
That's true. And now you got things that look like...
Oh, and howlers. I hated those fucking howlers.
Fucking howlers.
Fuck the howlers.
And now you got things that look like this.
Rock. Are they gonna be rock? Oh, those are rock. Yep.
Death
Have-
Spear? I don't even know what that is, but I like it.
All right. Salandra recognizes the rock. That's a 40.
There's one of these who seems to be sort of in charge. She's acting very lax, but she's also very tense.
By the way, was that roll good enough for me to know about Rock's freaking death spores?
Oh, yeah, you do.
Okay.
You learn that on like a 25.
All right.
The walls are attended by these creatures, but for the most part, they're all sleeping.
The rock
Give me
hunters,
boss too.
they're not as powerful as the other ones, but they are. There's a lot of them, and they're really fucking dangerous.
Mm.
They release some sort of spores that can be really nasty.
Let's also not forget about the Dance of Death.
The Dance of Death.
The Dance of Death. When 3 rocks dance, they can cause a gigantic, massive, powerful, magical blast.
Oh, that's a big boy.
About to say, and then there are a couple of big boys that flank the large lass.
I remember in our first time through the fortress that the courtyard had a statue of Gemma with his falchions. Has that been defaced at all?
No, it has been restored.
Hmm.
That being said, the Merilith is definitely going to investigate.
Oh fuck! There's a Merilith there.
There is a Merilith there.
What the fuck is a
Only one of them. The one with all the swords. 6 arms,
Oh.
6 swords, bad temperament.
Yeah. They're not as bad as Fowler. That's the
true.
only nice thing you can say about a Merilith.
That's true. A Merilith cannot be tripped. You can't do it. It's not possible.
She has no feet.
No,
yeah.
a Merilith by itself can probably, could give us a fight. I mean, we'd probably win, but we're screwed if we have to fight all these things.
I feel like you guys could definitely put up a damn good fight.
Hmm.
Ooh. That being said, a Merilith is in fact a motherfucker. Her numbers are literally just big. She's just got big numbers. She's got a lot of attacks. Her attacks do a lot of damage. She can also coil her tail around someone. She generally goes for the throat, causing them to suffocate after a certain number of rounds.
Oh shit.
And she can cast Fly, Greater Teleport, Project Image, and Telekinesis. And she constantly has True Seeing and an unholy aura. Salandra, Clementine, y'all feel a little nervous. Holt, you don't feel anything.
I'm immune to curses.
You're immune to curses. Also, you're immune to being unholy because you already are.
Yeah.
But seriously,
That is
Merilith
true.
has big numbers. Her numbers are so big. Christ, she makes that Hezra look like a fucking dunce.
Yeah, I think that. Eh.
I suppose.
That being
This is
said,
a lot. This is a lot of fucking demons.
this is a lot
Yeah,
of
it
demons.
is.
So there's just one Merilith, one Nelfanshi, whatever the hell those things are.
1 Merilith, 1 Hezro, 2 Nalfasheen, and 6 Nabasus.
How many Vrock?
Oh, right. I forgot about the rocks. 3 rocks.
Okay,
Because,
great.
of course, it's 3 rocks.
Mm.
Fucking of course it is.
I give them the lowdown. You know, I sort of whisper the lowdown to Holt and Clementine in terms of what we're up against. They probably can hear me though, or at least the Merilith probably can.
A rock can dance and chant as a full round action. At the end of 3 rounds, a crackling wave of energy explodes from the rock, dealing 5d6 points of electricity damage to all creatures within 100 feet. A DC 17 reflex save halves this damage. For each additional rock that joins in the dance, the damage increases by 5d6, and the DC to avoid the effect increases by 1. The dance immediately ends and must be started anew if any of the participating rocks are slain, stunned, or otherwise prevented from continuing the dance. Also, they release nasty spores when they die.
Great, they explode. I hate it.
Stunning screech. They can also screech with such veracity that it causes you to like cover your ears and drop all your shit.
Oh shit.
The save is lower than you would imagine, though. Similarly, oh hey, rocks speak common though. Thank goodness.
Well, that's something.
Well, if it comes down to it, the Merilith should be our first target. It probably can summon worse things and has the most magical powers.
The Nelfilsheen can fly! The fat big boy can fucking fly on those tiny wings! Oh god, it's a terrible, terrible sight. When pigs fly, that phrase was named after this creature. Anyway, the Merilith approaches and like seems confused more than anything, and just asks in Abyssal, "Is there a reason that you're here?"
I will.
I wait for Solandra to translate.
I will translate it into Infernal, and
Okay.
I will say, she's asking if there's a reason why we're fucking here.
Hearing
like
that cursed tongue, she sneers.
Tell her that this is a quality inspection. I wasn't aware that the fortress was being garrisoned, and I am under orders to make sure that everything is up to quality. And I give a kind of sneering smile that shows off my fanged teeth.
All right, I will translate that word for word, just in case she actually speaks Infernal secretly.
That would be the cruelest trick. A trick that I'm not above pulling and have in fact pulled before. Oh yeah, they don't speak common. For someone who doesn't speak common, they're listening awful intently. Solandra, can I get a bluff roll from you?
A bluff roll? Seriously?
A bluff roll.
What am I bluffing about? I don't even know if this is true or not.
That's fair, but the nature of the phrase is a bluff.
Okay. You sure it's not diplomacy? That's much better. All right.
Do you want me to make a bluff roll?
No, only the speaker
that's a
makes the
14.
roll. 14 total?
Yeah. Bluff is not one of my strong skills.
Fair.
Can I assist?
Can I do it with intimidation? That would be much better.
If you didn't want to translate Hult's words word for word and try to like lay on some more like terrifying shit, then yes, absolutely.
All right.
If you wanted to go over his helmet, so to speak, and throw in a couple of veiled threats and a couple of insults, then yes, you can definitely turn that into an intimidate instead.
Cool. Should I use the same roll that I had?
Nah, make another one.
All right. And that's a 35.
Well then.
Bless you.
She doesn't bow, but she drew her weapons and she puts them away and just says, "Lord Graz'zt is waiting."
Holy. Okay. That's a
That's
knowledge
the word.
plans.
That's the word you know.
That's a okay. That's a 38. So I know who Graz'zt is, I presume.
You do. You know a lot about the prince, the demon prince of the first layers of the abyss. He is a what you call bad motherfucker.
Yep.
And what he's doing here comes to you as a bit of a question. Question number 1, what the fuck is he doing here? Question number 2, what the fuck is he doing here?
I will lean into Holt and say, there is a fucking demon prince here. I hope you have something in mind.
I may.
Alright, because this is essentially a demigod.
You have used the right phrase. Graz'zt
Oh.
qualifies as a demigod in terms of raw power.
I mean, he's probably like a CR 25 or 26 at a guess. So.
Lower.
Oh, okay.
But still, God's melding. Holt, what level were you when you God's melded the first time?
I believe I was level 8 or 9.
What
Believe
level are you
8.
now?
17.
It's gonna be different, fam. Like, you are literally twice as strong as you were then. Your soul is mighty. And a keep.
One could argue that a level 17 character is way more than twice as strong as an 8th level character.
That's true.
Yeah.
That being said,
Way more.
a keep with its gate shattered and its walls smashed make the defenders only that much more desperate.
They have no reason to suspect a fight.
That's true. They
We've
don't.
come here diplomatically.
Exactly. Which gets you in the front door at the very least. Christ.
Do demons, or at least powerful demons, have true sight?
Most of them do, yes. Merileths have true seeing, yes. You know this. It is known, Khaleesi. I think Hezros also have true seeing? They don't! Neither do Vrox nor Nelfasheen, but that Merileth sees everything before her eyes. As it truly is.
I'll whisper too. So, you realize that Graz'zt is essentially like the demon prince of lust and depravity, right?
Oh,
Halt!
I see.
Oh! Halt! Somebody
That
get
explains
that
a
phone,
great deal.
because I fucking called it!
To not act the way that I did would
Have been
have
a
been
gross,
out of character.
a gross out of character moment that I would have immediately called you out on. Yes, you are correct.
Mr. DM, sir,
Yes.
can you give me 1 minute to go and get that bottle of vodka?
I can give you the hottest of minutes to get that bottle of vodka while I go urinate.
Oh, thanks,
So,
bud.
just for the
Because I'm
record,
gonna need it.
I know Graz'zt very well, so that's this is my David's knowledge probably coincides with Salandra's in this one.
I mean, you also know that among the demon lords of the abyss, Graz'zt is the most amenable.
Oh boy.
Which is saying exactly nothing.
Well, I mean, unlike the other demon lords,
He doesn't kill you instantly.
That's
he
true.
He and Nolth actually relax to kill you on sight.
That's true. Also, you can negotiate with Graz'zt, and sometimes he honors his agreements. Sometimes.
Just to fuck with people.
I mean, just a little.
Mhm.
I promise you, I will only drink a full one of these.
And you can look at him without going insane.
Because anything more than that as fast as I'm going to drink will make combat absolutely impossible.
There.
So, my poison this evening is a bottle of 1911 Honeycrisp vodka.
As in bottled in 1911?
Oh no, 1911 is a brand.
Ah, okay. I was about to say, that sounds pricey.
No, not that much of a liquor snob. There we go. That'll do. That's like, that's a lot. That's a sufficient amount.
I am back.
Welcome back. I have my drink.
I'm back.
All right. That's interesting.
In what
We're
way?
full because he didn't know.
That's true.
This person has acted out of turn with no orders to be here.
You
Wait.
figured it out, kiddo.
Which is pretty great because all of the stuff that I prepped for was based on that assumption.
That was a pretty good fucking assumption, because if he had known, he'd have told you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's right. This proves. I mean, it doesn't prove that if he had known, he'd have told you, but I mean,
It doesn't prove it, but we also have nothing to gain from withholding information like this from me.
That's true.
Because if Gemma did withhold that information, he'd be sending someone that he says is his, a servant that he values, to his death.
That's true.
After everything that he's invested in me.
That's also true.
Which wouldn't make any sense.
Preach, Holt. Preach.
So, just be aware that just to put into context, is Slander, what sort of charisma does Graz'zt have?
Lots.
Just be-
Superhuman. Charisma is his highest attribute.
So, just be aware, guys, that this guy is probably, in some ways, more compelling than Myrna.
Oh, fuck.
He is reputed to be the most, counting succubi, he is reputed to be the most beautiful creature of the abyss, like, by a lot.
Oh, don't tell me that.
And, and he's like the worst fucking person for you guys to run into. Jesus.
That being
Oh my
said,
God. We're so
Solandra,
screwed.
you're aware Graz'zt is awfully hetero.
Hmm.
All of his servants are beautiful women. As a matter of fact, if you're not a beautiful woman, you're not even eligible. His vanity is enormous in that regard. He also speaks like 43 different languages.
That's a lot
Jesus.
of languages.
I didn't know there were that many languages in Pathfinder.
I mean, he's got a plus 41 in linguistics, so I assume he just speaks them all. But not druidic.
Haha! I'll keep my secrets.
Eh.
Unless he asks me very nicely, in which case I will probably tell him immediately.
And then lose all of your powers.
Yep. That would be, oh god, that'd be such a bitch move.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't even mention to him that you are a druid.
Right, the goat and the leaves growing out of my hair and all that shit won't
You certainly
won't
have
give it
him
away.
fooled. He certainly doesn't have a plus 41 on Knowledge Arcana. Nope. The name of Graz'zt greatsword is the Rapture of Ecstasy. No one knows if he created it, but they all know that it is his most prized possession.
That's phallic.
Oh, it's super phallic.
Haven't heard of a sword that phallic since I played Silent Hill.
Hey!
Oh,
Fucking got him. Anyway, so you trace through the familiar halls of Gemma's fortress. Things have really been cleaned up, sort of. Blood notwithstanding. There's a lot more blood. There's like so much more blood than there was when you came in here.
I do have a vague recollection of a hallway leading to the throne room that was some kind of torture display chamber.
Yes. They left that the way it is. They like it.
Okay, very, very well.
But they didn't clean it up, nor did they tear it down.
I don't think that it can be cleaned. I think that's the point.
That's kind of how it works. You figure...
You know, it's like vile damage, but for architecture.
You head back to room 17.
So, what's our play here? I feel like this isn't going to be something that Holt will be able to sleep his way out of.
No.
That'd be a really bad idea. I mean,
I'd be tempted.
frankly, we're not going to be able to keep much in the way of secrets from this guy. He's probably... mentally, I ask, can you protect my mind?
Well, if we're unable to keep secrets, then I guess I'll just have to speak my mind then. Well,
Oh, God's help us.
thanks, Clem.
Well, you probably won't need a translator with him.
Well, that's good. I think I'll be able to say this in Infernal. Will either of you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't speak Infernal.
Let me double check. I thought I did, but maybe I don't. See my language I got from linguistics.
Do you remember what I told you first time we were... when Rivo and I went below to
There were
get
things
those
down there.
artifacts? Yes.
Yeah, there are things down there that couldn't escape.
That were held there in place by Gemma's magic, yes, but also out of fear of the Mind Flayer had a hand in it as well. And with that thing gone, some of them might have gotten bold, shall we say. That's what I suspect.
So I did make a mistake. That Infernal is not a language I speak.
You know the alphabet.
You can count to 10.
You pronounce it phonetically.
Probably.
You pull an Andre the Giant.
I know Abyssal and Celestial, and I have a 26 intelligence, so I can extrapolate.
You figure it out. Like, that's a 260 IQ. Jesus Christ. I'll give it to you. You don't know Infernal, no. But you run a translation relay through your fucking mutant elf brain and you pull it off. Don't push your luck, kiddo.
The most important thing that I know is that these creatures are not here on Gemma's authority. But I am.
I just kind of look around and just go, Daddy's home.
So, have they made any other changes to this place other than cleaning it up?
No, not really. I mean, cleaned it up insofar as a demon cleans things up.
Meaning no weird displacer beast fluids.
Oh no, all
Places.
that, yeah, all that's gotten rid of, and they've cleaned up the furniture. But for the most part, the rooms are startlingly stark and empty.
I just whisper to Clem. If Dogo can do anything to protect you from just his aura and majesty, ask.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Because otherwise, you may just strip your clothes off the moment you enter the room.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened to me, but it hasn't happened for a while. And this would certainly be a worse situation.
Ah, good. They did not forget. Graz'zt symbol is the six-fingered hand, and as such, his illustration includes his 6 fingers. Good.
Think virgin thoughts. Think virgin thoughts. Think virgin thoughts. Think virgin thoughts. Think virgin thoughts.
All of these conversations occur as you wander through the shockingly empty and incredibly hot hallways.
So there's no other demons here patrolling the halls, guarding entrances.
No, strangely
They're
not.
all out in the courtyard. Okay.
They probably feel like it doesn't need to be guarded this deep.
That's a good point. Anything weak enough will be wiped out at the gate, and anything strong enough would be an amusement for their lord.
So, anything you want to tell us before we do this? I mean, we walk into this fucking blind. Aside from knowing for a fact that this is, this is a little bit outside of our normal ballpark.
It is.
Just a little.
I think that we need to know what we want to ask. I know what I want to ask them a question as to why he's come here what he wants, what his plans may be. If he likes to talk about himself, maybe I can get him to do that.
He's
I can
reputed to
almost
be
guarantee that he likes to talk about himself.
he's reputed to be enormously vain.
Oh, well, that's good.
You know, the whole most beautiful creature in the abyss.
I mean, it's
Damning
not a
himself
high
with faint
bar.
praise.
As I said, succubi come from the abyss.
That's
I
true.
always forget that. I think that
Succubus
this will-
vampire? Sorry.
A little redundant, but possible.
I'm not sure where I stand in terms of rank or equality, or if that even matters, as a scion versus a prince.
Well, at a guess, they don't know either.
Good.
You are probably both less and more.
I intend to play that up as much as I can. What I'm going to try to do is call him out.
Good.
Eh.
No.
So, I was just informed that his favorite activity is defiling, so please keep that in mind.
Defiling. Is she more specific than that?
Well, I was curious if... never mind. It was a dumb thought.
You said he's the prince of debauchery.
Lust, debauchery, is pretty much the dark side of everything fun.
Well, he may have gotten into my head last night when I was asleep. So I guess I should share that.
Can Gemma do anything to protect you?
Gemma's busy right now. This is just me.
Now, that seems like maybe he would want to be here for this.
I didn't say he was completely gone. I just said he was otherwise occupied. And besides, he told me
Clem,
before that my mind is a little too scattered to offer any real protection.
Oh.
Clem, do you
fair
have anything protective?
enough.
I mean, not that he couldn't shed or anything, pretty much, but you know.
No, I wouldn't say protective exactly. It's. I mean, why get rid of your greatest tool? It may be his strength, but it's his weakness as well, and Dogo thinks that we should hang on to any possibility.
Just tell me when you're ready to enter the throne room.
Round another corner and hold books to the both of you.
Before we go in, I lean down and look at my cavity. Hey, kitty. Sorry I've been mean to you lately. This isn't what you signed on for, and I suspect that you can get the fuck out of here. And that'd be not the worst idea to meet us somewhere outside of this place. We don't know what the fuck is gonna happen when we go in there, and it might get ugly.
Like, when you say, this wouldn't be the best idea for you to get the fuck out of there, he shakes his head like, nope, it's not. And when you're like, maybe we should meet up later, he's like, mm-hmm.
I kind of hold up a finger. Hold on, kitty. And I swipe Toby into statue form and hand him to McCavity and be like, can you bring him with you?
He looks around for a piece of twine and ties the tiny Toby statue around his neck like a collar. And, like, gives a little feline salute, and he's fucking out. Ollie.
The zoomies.
Outie, baby.
All right.
I'm sure I'll find something to steal on his way out.
Oh, absolutely.
I think he's been scared straight. He might not take anything. Do you enter room
All right,
17?
After you.
Who takes the lead? Goes into room 17.
So, all of the machinery has been swept
For the
away.
record, that was a very Kira-ish thing I just did.
That's helpful. All of the machinery that had been in here has been swept away. Tossed somewhere, presumably. The place is filled with pillows and beds and braziers of flame. And at the center of it all is that... Remember that gigantic pool over which the key was suspended?
Yes.
It has been converted into a jacuzzi, in which Graz'zt is waist deep in mutant women.
Is there water in it, or just mutants?
There is water, and you can tell it's so hot in this room. If they tried to get out, it might not kill them, but it's so hot they might not be able to get out of the water.
Good lord.
And Graz'zt is flanked by one of these guys. Wait, shit.
I mean, yeah, okay.
He's flanked by Tom Hardy.
I go home. We can't beat this guy.
We were done. No, he's flanked by one of these guys.
Ooh. Is that a
Balor.
Baylor Lord?
It's a large
Not
lad.
a Baylor Lord.
Just a Baylor?
Just a regular Baylor.
Gotcha.
Presumably Solandra rolls a sufficiently high in knowledge planes.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to roll. What's the difficulty on it?
Well, if you get over a 20, you know what these things are. The higher
Yeah,
you
so my
go,
knowledge
the more
plans
you
is
learn.
plus 24.
Yeah.
So I got a 37.
Yeah. This is not a Baylor Lord. It's just a Baylor. Baylor Lords have a crown suspended between their horns.
We almost had our asses kicked by a fucking Glabrezu. I just want to say, not too long ago. So
It was 2 Glabrezu. Thank
it
you.
was one Glabrezu that summoned another Glabrezu.
Yeah, so then there were 2 of them. I can count.
This Baylor is awfully well behaved. He is standing off to the side with his Vorpal unholy longsword in one hand and his Vorpal flaming whip in the other, with his hands crossed, waiting at his lord's beck and call. Solandra, you know that Baylors are equipped with Vorpal fucking weapons.
And so am I, thankfully, but
if you kill a Baylor, it fucking explodes.
Yep.
And they have a flaming aura.
Uh-huh. That flaming aura seems to be suppressed right now. But as you enter the room, as you come into eyesight and telepathy range, Graz'zt begins applauding, and he just says, "Nikolai, halt! Oh my goodness! I didn't think that I graced such a visitation from you. Father's favored son, as it were. What can I help you with?"
Greetings, Graz'zt. I was just here at the request of our lord. And he emphasizes that, as in, like, shouldn't be as informal as to call him father. To see what was going on at his dear fortress.
Truly, truly. I understand completely. I'll go back to the old man and tell him that everything is well in hand. Graz'zt, his second favorite son, naturally, is just expanding his borders a little bit. Nothing untoward, nothing meant to harm. Just doing what comes naturally. Making an annex, taking territory, as it were.
You weren't being incredibly subtle with that cloud over Terra Nova. I would think you were trying to get my attention.
Clouds? A natural byproduct. I assure you, I do not intend to transgress any sacred laws. The fortress is clearly Hell's territory, and Hell's territory it shall remain.
Hell's territory, looked after by a Prince of the Abyss.
He shrugs and lends forth his opened hands and just says, Hell, the Abyss, they're both his dominion. Consider it a casualty in the blood war. If the devils are not fit to hold the fortress, then I shall have to. But as I said, none of my agents cross beyond its walls, and therefore we do not merit divine retribution. So he can put his stressful mind to rest.
I don't believe that it's that simple. And I'm going to casually meander my way towards the fountain. Just a little bit closer.
Just a little bit closer. You are now within 30 feet of the fountain.
Perfect. Give me a few seconds to down the rest of my drink. For my out-of-character nerves.
Ronald, what I put in the sound book, is that a good analog?
No, not quite.
I have the perfect one.
Graz'zt is much more sinister than that. Every kind word he says is laced with threat. When he says, don't worry about it, what he really means is, go away. You're not welcome here. When he says, everything is fine, he means, be gone. This is not your place. Oh.
Yeah?
Give me some of that Tinder style footage.
That's exactly the impression that I'm getting off of this guy.
Except where Manly can never back it up, Graz'zt is nothing but backing it up. Like, Halt, you spy that great sword half in the water, half out. Halt, you've seen a lot of nasty weapons in your time.
I have. I've even wielded a cursed one.
This thing takes the fucking cake. Like, you can feel the unholy aura that comes off this terrible creature, and are immune to it. And you can feel the terrible aura that comes off of that fucking sword. That thing is dangerous. It makes brother look kind in comparison.
Brother is chaotic good.
Hence why it makes brother look kind in comparison.
No, Graz'zt. We are both favored servants of King Gemma. So there's no need to lie to each other through these niceties. I know for a fact that you are not guarding this fortress on his orders. So why are you here?
His orders. It is bold of you to assume that those of the Abyss work only at his behest, and I assure you, this fortress I have claimed for him. I am merely its steward, if you will. Now, how it came to be within my possession, unfortunately, I cannot say. You know what they say, a good demon never reveals his secrets. No?
I wouldn't be so bold as to assume there is such a thing as a good demon. But really, how did you come to be in this plane?
You're gonna have to make some sort of roll to evoke that sort of information.
Certainly. Intimidate?
You may try to intimidate Graz'zt.
I would love to try and intimidate Graz'zt. I would like to bring out something that I have not used before, but would like to use now.
Oh lordy.
I would like to call upon one of my 3 daily charges of Devil's Favor to get a bonus to this roll.
Do it.
Okay. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Big money! I have to get out a calculator because
Because the money too big!
That money too big!
Okay.
Oh lord, that money coming.
That'll be a 34 to try and evoke a sense of authority.
Damn. You're one step closer to invoking the avatar of Gemma if you so choose.
Okay.
Graz'zt doesn't spill the beans, but he does say there are other lords and ladies in the Abyss, you know. Those that wish to consort with our dear father. Those whose advances he spurred, you know.
I am aware. I'm aware of various negotiations that were scheduled to take place in the bowels of this fortress.
Well, all you need to know is that she was the highest bidder. Holt,
Yes.
you're making him spew some gold. Salandra, give me a knowledge planes roll.
Why do spiders suddenly come to mind?
Oh no, what's below is worse than spiders.
All right, so that will be all 36.
36 is pretty good, but I'm gonna need a knowledge religion to back it up.
Yeah. And wow, I keep on rolling 12s. That's 37.
37, that's pretty good. Salandra, when the Abyss was first created, it was empty. There was only one living, sentient creature inside. But you don't remember what her name was. You don't remember who she was. But you do know of the legend that says that she exists. And it sounds as if Graz'zt is alluding to her. But who she is, you do not know. That being said, you do know vaguely who you believe he is referring to. In any
The
event,
mother of all monsters.
There is a mother of all monsters. And she goes by 2 names, neither of which you can manage to recall.
Tap out of character knows.
Yep, and so does Dave.
That's drug.
Pidge, can I get a cowboy? Thank you.
Thanks, babe.
I lean into Holt and just whisper in his ear. Mother of monsters.
I don't think that means anything to me, but I do think it loud enough.
Every monster had a mama.
He nods thoughtfully, but doesn't regard Salandra at all. He's trying to make it look like he's considering Graz'tz's words. I understand your inability to...
I go back to standing where I had been behind his shoulder. Like an advisor.
Advisor is a Magic the Gathering creature type.
And that is what Salandra is to me right now. I understand very well the dilemma of conflicted loyalties. I guess the next question would be, to whom are you loyal now?
I am loyal to our Lord. Always.
I don't have a sense motive high enough to break any sort of bluff he could roll.
You are damn right.
You probably can't even match his bonus.
Thanks, Sal.
I'm sorry, Holt.
No, it's okay. You guys take skill points for granted.
I'll give it a try, even though I suspect that I won't even match his bonus.
You can go for it.
31.
31. You have no strong feelings one way or another whether Graz'zt holds loyalty to anyone except himself. I know to whom I am truly loyal, and I see his face whenever I look in a mirror. He doesn't say that, but
That's radiating off of him.
Yep.
it is radiating off of him at 188 clicks on the Geiger counter. Against my better judgment, I drank more booze. Swiftly moving on. So yeah, is he truly loyal to Gemma? You don't know.
My gut tells me no.
I mean, your gut should tell you no. He's a demon prince. They're
Yeah.
not loyal to anyone. Like, Graz'zt doesn't work for Demogorgon. Demogorgon, like, if Demogorgon shows up, Graz'zt does what he says because it's fucking Demogorgon. Have you tried saying no to Demogorgon? You'll get fucking
Not
annihilated
lately.
before the first syllable comes out of your fucking skull.
I just sat there politely and listened. From where I stand, and I will be quite direct with you now, you have annexed this fort without permission, orders from Gemma, saying that you were influenced, perhaps inspired, by a powerful dark lady of the abyss. You understand my suspicion, as we are all players in this game against each other.
I absolutely do, but halt, you are young, you are foolish, and I do not fault you for it. You need to understand, the Abyss and the Hells, they work in different ways. I don't need permission to annex territory. I need to be precluded from annexing territory. Now, as a demon prince, we annex whatever we find. We take what we please. We may only not take what has been barred from us. And Gemma's fortress cannot be barred from anyone. It just so happens that I planted my flag. If somebody wanted to remove my flag, well, I'd probably be very upset about that. I like what I have going on here. The people of
I can see that you're quite comfortable.
Very. The people of the Hell Jungle are repressed. They listen to their elders and they sit in their iniquitous ways, and here I am just offering an alternative. A solution to their woes. That's what I'm here for, quite frankly. He says, gesturing to the myriad of mutant women that are just like crawling all over him. They thank me every day. They are so thankful for the freedom that I have brought to them. And I think that in time, the rest of the jungle will share their opinion.
So you're looking to expand yet further?
Oh, please. No. That would be in flagrant disregard of Gemma's instructions and laws. As much as I detest those old fogey traditions, I, nor any of my soldiers, can go beyond these walls. But if, say, they choose to come within, I can't be helped if I offer a more liberating experience. And if they should go out and spread the good word of Graz'zt, I cannot be helped if they choose to do so. You understand.
It's an interesting game.
It's my favorite game. And it's, if I've got to say halt, it's a game I've never lost. If there's one thing you can trust, and he looks dead into your eyes and does not blink, you can trust the vice of mortals.
Just a thin smile spreads across Holt's face. And that's true. But you'd be lying to me if you said you didn't also.
He shrugs and says, "It's not work if you do what you love."
Noel makes a show of slowly looking him up and down. I can see what they'd find appealing.
But say he's hot as fuck.
Yeah!
He's hot!
He's a thought. He's a pog. He's an absolute snack.
Yeah. Breaking off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
As the old saying goes, oh no, he's hot. He's also a consummate sex offender. Just saying.
Yeah, we're glossing over that just for now, just to keep up the appearances.
I'm just throwing that out there. To Graz'zt, consent is a no-letter word. It's not a part of his vocabulary.
There is no word in Abyssal for consent.
There isn't. Holy shit, you're right.
Like, at least in Infernal, you have to sign the dotted line.
That's true. Graz'zt takes what he pleases and pleases what he takes, so to speak.
If he feels like it.
If he feels like it.
It's a bonus.
Sometimes he feels like just flaying. Flaying is really can create beautiful images.
Flying is so great. Have you seen his Jackson Pollock paintings?
Mm. He made them with real Jackson Pollock.
When you write, you write, Dave. When you write, you motherfucking write.
What's that Baylor doing? Just watching us talk?
That Baylor is just chilling the fuck out. Like, you've never seen a Baylor so well behaved, but it's probably because there is a demon prince within slapping distance.
Yeah.
Of course, we've never seen a Baylor, so.
No.
So there's a big, fiery demon with wings and a whip.
A whip and a long sword that swing with a snicker snack sound.
About how I never asked this before, but just to get a better picture of the scene, how big is this Baylor? Compared to us?
A Baylor is about 16, 18 feet tall. Graz'zt is only 14 feet tall.
Alright, so he's about the size of the Hesro. I can see the relation.
Yeah. Except he's hot.
He probably smells good.
I've seen hotter.
Hotter than Graz'zt? I don't think so.
You probably haven't, like...
I have.
That's true. Solandra, you in fact have. You've had better.
I will lie through my teeth all day.
It's a pity, Solandra. After that night you shared, everything will pale in comparison. But at the same time, everything will be a part of it. Everything will always remind you of it. Every time you love yourself, figuratively speaking, it's like she's loving you. But let's not dwell on fuzzy memories.
Yes, the achievement we were talking about last time was Slandra got the Godfucker achievement.
That's true.
Well done.
Yep. Nice. Congratulations.
Nothing puts Akira in you like some delicious, sensual entertainment.
Nothing puts Akira in you like, well...
Kira being in you.
Like Akira in you. Got him.
Got him.
That being said, if you would all like to avoid a Graz'zt being in you, Holt is going to need to talk fast.
I need more liquor.
I mean, the way Slandra's reading the room, it's pretty much she just has to keep her mouth shut. This one. Holt is the only one who has any
sort of
leverage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you talk mad shit, you're gonna get super fucked up.
And I've got one eyeball that's the wrong color from talking mad shit to this.
Ooh, Holt, you're making all the right assertions.
Yep.
That brings you a step closer to God melding. Because you didn't ask... It wasn't a fucking question. Because the Demon King doesn't ask questions. He makes assertions. And God help you if you... God help you if you try to correct him.
I think I tried that once. And he mentally bitch slapped me. For good reason.
That's true. He gave you
That was a while ago.
He gave you a delightful backhand and said, "Boy, stand and talk to me like a real man."
Yeah, that did happen.
And then you did. And then you talked to him like a real man. And that was good.
It was good. Just a hot moment as I wait for a reply.
Reply incoming.
Holt's going to, like, his eyes are kind of glazed and he's thinking hard and watching the writhing, giggling pit of questionably consenting mutant females.
I did a very good assessment. Holt,
Mhm.
before you open your mouth,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to call back to your deepest memories.
That's a far shot.
Now, when Doskius tried to claim Marduk's key, what was it that Aspartine said to him?
Haas.
Send me a private message if you can remember.
I'm trying to find the right word. Oh. I might be getting this wrong, but that's kind of what I remember. I do not remember exactly what he said.
No, it was one final retort before. Do you remember the final retort before Doskius
I don't.
smashed him to pieces?
I don't.
Could you make a guess? It was defiant at the end. It might be difficult to remember because Rivo laughed when he heard it.
I do remember that. I mean, like, if I was really motivated, I could go through the videos because I know which one's which. But that's probably not what you want.
Sadly, no. If you cannot remember, you'll have to trust Holt's intelligence check.
There's always a chance.
It's your last chance, Cap.
Does
Come on, Holt.
can Salandra remember or remind Holt?
Come on, big money, big
Nope.
money, big money.
You weren't there. It was Holt, Rivo, and Aspartine. That was it.
That's
What, really? I had just jabbed my brother into what's his name, Daskius.
Right, but it was just the three of them there when the conversation began.
Oh, okay.
You showed up and you were like, "Oh no, that Doskius is gonna kill the fucking Emperor! Oh no!" And then he stabbed the
16.
fuck out of him. A 16.
Yeah.
You do remember.
Praise.
Aspertine's last living words were, "If you want it, come and take it from me." And you are filled with Aspertine's final words. I'm not saying if you want it from Graz'zt, you should come and take it from him. I'm just saying, if you want it, you can, in fact, come and take it from him. And I'm just saying, shit will get messy. Shit might go bad. But you can lay claim, toss the gauntlet down, and fucking throw down.
Holt pauses in his pacing towards the sex fountain and gives a glance over to Solandra and Clementine and the very proper, composed mask that he's been presenting this entire time drops for a moment, and he looks for a second at you guys kind of remorseful. Like, sorry, I have to do a thing. Sorry in advance.
Oh, jeez.
And then goes back to his focus entirely on Graz'zt. And
I meet Clementine's eyes for a moment and look towards the Balor.
The Balor ain't doing shit.
Okay. If the Balor does, then we get involved. Otherwise,
Okay. Clem just nods back.
he takes a deep breath and says to Graz'zt, "You are not the only one with a claim on this fortress. When you stepped foot in here, you turned it to your own desires. You overstepped your bounds. Now I'm here. If you want that throne, you're going to have to come and take it from me."
Graz'zt picks up his sword, chopping through one of his concubines haphazardly. Like, just picking it up, chops through her, and she dies in terrible ecstasy. And he looks at you and just says, "Fine, favorite prince. But just know, right now, I promise not to kill you. Holt, do you adopt the guise of Gemma?
I would love nothing more.
Holt, you are being granted an additional boon for your newfound power. Leviathan or Legion. You may choose neither, but you may also choose one of them.
I can guess what both of those do.
I would like to accept the boon of Leviathan.
You choose to accept the boon of Leviathan facing Graz'zt. Damn! Double all of your physical attributes.
Double them?
Double them! Did I fucking stutter? You have become one with the Leviathan.
I'm gonna have to write down some new things for my melee attacks.
So when you gods meld, like, you can feel the power of hell, of Gemma's united abyss rising up within you, and Leviathan and Legion each extend a hand, but their hand is so large you can only grasp one. And you look at Legion, and Legion offers to provide you with the forces of hell. Why is it that you chose Leviathan?
Okay, I need to do some math. 20 times. So that's. Holy fucking shit.
Uh-huh.
What is your strength score currently?
36.
Uh-huh. What's your constitution?
40.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to guess how many hit points I have, Sandra?
350.
Higher.
I know you've gotten 170 more hit points than you had. And you already had, like, what, over 200?
Yeah.
Okay.
About just under 250.
Jesus Christ.
This is fucking absurd. I love it.
Hold on. Let me get my music. Hey, monster. Yeah.
Hey, monster, guess what Dad's doing?
Shit's going crazy, yo.
Dad just went off the fucking rails.
This train has no brakes. It's going.
What's my melee to hit? So it's. Okay, there's that, and. -5. -5.
Who had the goggles last?
I think Clem did.
I think Clem
Probably
did.
Clem?
Oh, no, wait.
Yeah.
It was Solandra. Solandra had the goggles last because she went up to fix the cloud.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull the goggles on.
And
Okay.
then-
Holt, tell me when you're done doing math.
I'm just calculating my armor class because I'm not going to be using my shield. Alright, that'll do.
Oh wow, is your dex actually higher than Solandra's now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 24?
Nope.
Oh, damn. Fucking got him. Shit, but still, your dex is so high. Now you know what it feels like to be Solandra.
To be fast!
I'm so fucking fast.
Alright, I think that I am done with math.
Got it.
For now.
So, as I previously asked, what made you choose Leviathan?
Because I want to put this kid down with his own faction's power.
Got it. You channeled the very essence of the Abyss to show him what a real demon prince fights like. And Holt, the power is, intoxicating? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
do you remember how it felt when you were doing Giant's Heart? The way your heart would fucking pump so hard that you felt like it was gonna explode and you were gonna fucking die?
Yes.
Yeah, you got that going right now. It hurts.
Oh, I missed this, though.
It hurts so good. Roll initiative.
Does it hurt, though? Yeah.
It does. I mean, well, is it really pain if you enjoy it? Is it really work if you enjoy it?
Initiative 19.
Ooh. You have overcome Graz'zt initiative. Like, he's still picking up his sword like he's got a big dick and like it means something. And you are just like, no, I'm gonna get down to business to defeat the Huns. What's up, motherfucker?
Oh goodness, I forgot to calculate how my weapon damage is going to go up with a strength score of 36.
It's gone up by a lot, fam.
It's gone up by a lot.
I think you roll
so
like plus 27 if you're two-handing your bastard sword. Also, what enchantments does your bastard sword have?
my bastard sword has shocking burst, thundering, impervious, and if I land a critical hit, it has bleeding critical as well.
Those enchantments are too wimpy. Audra has become an unholy burst weapon with a × 4 critical hit ratio, with a × 4 critical hit modifier with a 19 to 20 critical hit. You may wield Audra if you wish, but there will be consequences.
Consequences.
Permanently taint your blade.
The blade comes and goes, but you could permanently taint your gun. Sorry, I may have used the wrong name.
Oh, I see.
Oh, were you talking about Jakara?
Yes, you could permanently.
No, I wasn't planning
taint
on
Jakara.
using her.
All right then.
No, she's like, put me in, coach, put me in. I just shove her voice aside.
Yep. Nope. Shut up. Shut up, kiddo.
It's like, shut the fuck up, adults are talking.
The adults are talking. You don't get to.
No, this is... Why would I use any other weapon but Audra? After all this. I do have improved critical.
Audra throbs with pseudo-phallic power.
Excellent. It's time for the battle of the big dicks.
Big dick.
I would like to close the distance and try to hit him with a vital strike.
Oh, you're going for it. He respects that. You get in there, and you know what? You beat him on initiative. He doesn't even get the opportunity to throw in an attack of opportunity because you went to him before he even drew his fucking weapon.
I wasn't fucking around.
You weren't fucking around, and he was just having a party. He's over there with his ice cream and titty bar, and you're like, no, motherfucker, it's fight time. And he's like, what? You fucking what, mate? So you can roll that beautiful improved vital strike footage as you fucking run along his concubines with the agility of a fucking cat.
Alright. There'll be a 59 to hit.
That's a hit!
Fucking excuse me?
I mean, that's what
I
happens
just spat
when
on my screen.
That's what happens when you double your strength score.
Okay.
I should mention, like, I don't know if you've ever seen any footage of, like, someone going Super Saiyan, but that's what it felt like.
I have, yeah.
There was a whole lot of shouting inside your head. His horns have gotten large.
Okay, that's D10 plus 13 plus my damage. It's 14.
And I should mention, like, as you charge into him, like, the look on his face at him possessing true seeing is one of... It's not absolute mortal terror, but it is a mortal concern. Like, oh, this is happening. All right, fine. No more playing around. Playtime is over.
All right, that's
Cappy,
going to be 57. What?
Did you do the plus 50% damage for using a two-handed weapon?
I did not. Thank you
strength,
for the strength
for your
bonus.
strength, yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you.
So your strength is 34, so your strength bonus goes up from...
My strength is 36.
Oh, pardon me.
So it's plus 12 right now. Or 13. It's plus 13.
Yep, so that goes up from plus 13 to plus 19 damage.
Hmm.
Ouch!
So that's going to be 66 points of slashing damage. And did the lightning change to unholy?
Yes, it's just pure unholy damage. And I know what you're thinking. Is he immune to unholy damage? No, no one is.
That will be 4 points of unholy damage.
Ah,
For a total of 70 damage.
fuck.
If he has DR, I do have
He
penetrating strike.
He doesn't
Oh, okay.
have DR.
Wow.
Look,
Okay.
look at your gamma looking self. Do you think he has any motherfucking DR?
He might.
He does.
He might be a little bitch. Like,
I mean, he does have DR, but you don't give a fuck. Halt, can you count on one hand the number of fucks you give?
why would I even take that effort?
Exactly. It's already too far gone. That being said, he's not gonna take that lying down. He said,
I expected a fight.
he is gonna go all out. It's time for the big man to come in swinging.
So I have, by the way, brother is out and just facing the Balor, and looking at what's going on, but like, just don't want the Balor to join the fight.
The Halt, I'm sorry, not the Halt. The Balor has drawn his sword and whip, but he's not getting involved in this fight.
Good, because I'm not sure if Clem and I could take one.
Well, we're gonna get to that in a hot fucking minute. That being said, Halt does a 58 beat your armor class.
It does.
Alrighty then, I have some good news and some bad news.
Hit me with it.
No, let me.
He just did.
Does a does a 57 confirm a critical hit?
It does.
You gonna take some damage, son.
All right. Bring it on.
Okay, so here's what happens. He hits you with this sword. That being said, I mean, you do take... Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you have any
It's
acid
okay.
resistance?
I don't think so. Nope, no acid resistance.
Unfortunate, but not impossible to deal with. So you end up taking... Oh, right, that goes up. So that's 16... I'm sorry, not 16. That's 19 times 2 is 38, plus 8 is 46. You take 46 points of vile damage.
Oh, fuck.
This is not coming back anytime soon. That being said, the pain that racks this terrible wound pales in comparison to the pain you have suffered. You have died and been reborn as a hellbred. The rapture of ecstasy offers no pain you have not known. And the pleasure that it brings you, the sheer orgiastic, orgasmic pleasure that it sends rattling down your loins, pales in comparison to the pleasures you have known, in the loving hands of your beautiful woman, and in the terrible grip of your awful Gorgon wife. It does a hot load of fucking nothing. Does a 39 beat your armor class?
Just barely.
Very well then. You suffer in addition 16 more points of vile damage. And I assume that a 34 does not beat your armor class.
It does not.
Oh shit. How about a 42?
That does.
Very well then. Still, it only tosses on an additional 23 points of damage. And as he chops you up, he realizes he may have fucked up. You ever get that feeling? That sinking feeling in the pit of your chest that you may have fucked up.
I just look at him and his blows land, cut me where they do, and I laugh. My turn.
Hold on. I'm gonna piss. Keep a mark. Of
Okay.
keep a mark of all of your attack rolls and all of your damage and all that good shit. And I'll tell you
Okay.
how hard or anti-hard you beat his ass.
Alright, great. Sounds good.
I'm gonna put my food in the fridge.
Having fun, Cap?
I am. we'll see how long this lasts. Okay, that's gonna be D10. To do this one more time because I didn't write it down. I'm dumb. Okay. So it'll be 15. 19. Okay, great. Sweet. That'll be. Yeah. 6.
I'm back. Hello.
Second attack's critical threat. So it's 55 to hit. And 8,
This is going to be so complicated. You have a ton of stuff to kick in.
A 46 does not confirm.
Fair.
Praise be.
Praise be, because there was a lot of extra damage on that crit. Okay.
I should point out, as he is fighting, Salandra, you and Clementine look at Graz'zt and you're like, oh, hell nah. Salandra, you know your spells are no good against him.
Third attack.
And more so than that, his terrible, unholy aura puts you ill at ease.
49 to hit, third attack.
49 to hit, 49 to hit.
Alright. Another d10. So that'll be 5. 38 slashing and 5 unholy. And last attack, I promise.
That's what they
Level
all
17
say.
fighters. That'll be a 43 to hit, which I don't think hits.
That is not a hit.
Alright, cool. Last attack does not land as he parries it. The two remain locked for a moment, glaring at each other as...
Still, this is bad. This is
How
worse
big
than you
is Holt
suspected.
currently, by the way, in his gamma form?
He's still normal sized, but you know his size belies his strength. Like his horns have grown immensely. His scales have hardened. And like when he breathes, fire just comes out of his fucking mouth because he's too hot. Hot damn. Call the police and the fireman.
Call the police, I'll kill them too.
Fucking call him. Call the fucking
Sorry.
class traitors. I don't give a fuck. And like, the power that exudes off of him is palpable. Like the warm blast of a sandstorm, or the dull throb of a beating heart. Still, one good turn deserves another.
Fair enough.
Graz'zt is feeling a little bit desperate. And you can imagine why.
Yeah.
So he's gonna see if he can end this fight with one blow.
All right.
Does a 52 beat your armor class?
It does.
All right. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Okay.
My dice is flying all over the place. Okay. So, like, you unleash this torrent of assaults and he parries your last blow. You've seen this attack before. Gemma's death blow.
Oh, dear.
What he's doing is a pale imitation of the skull-shattering finale that Gemma is able to conjure. But even so, you are not the scion of Marduk. If that you were, you would know how to overcome it. But sadly, you do not. Long story short, you're going to take 88 points of damage.
Whew, alrighty.
And as he shears you from stem to stern, there is one saving grace you might employ. Tell me if you know what it is. And you may yet survive.
Oh, goodness. One thing that I may yet survive.
You have a feat. It will help you.
I do have a feat, don't I?
You have many
You have
feats.
to forgive me because I have so many things to scroll through.
Consider a feat that protects you from harm.
Well,
That might protect you from dying, even.
I have Survivor and Die Hard both.
Neither of those will protect you here. I was thinking one that links more into your Gemma-ish lineage in nature.
Oh, Devil's Stamina?
That'd be the one.
Alright. Activate.
You activate your Devil's Stamina, and a blow that should surely have killed you no longer has a chance. The terrible cut that goes from shoulder to hip closes up too quick. I mean, you only regain a certain number of hit points based on your Constitution modifier that eludes me, or fucking however that feat works.
Again, fast healing equal to 3 for 5 rounds.
I mean, fast healing 3 closes up a giant gash from your shoulder to your hip.
I'm gonna take it.
You won't bleed out, but you only regain 3 hit points in response, and he sneers, just like, fucking, you're cheating, you piece of shit. That being
I'm
said,
not cheating.
back over to you, Holt. It's not your fault he didn't know what you were capable of.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the biggest money. He used his big strike, I'm going to use mine.
Oh no! The big dick energy is palpable.
I'm going to go for a Vital Strike to try and go for that Vital Strike crit. And I would like to use my second charge of Devil's Favor to add 2 to my roll.
Do it. Do it, you won't. And remember, because you're invoking the Scion of Gemma, and because I say so, this is a 2 to the number on the die, not your total roll.
Ooh. Spicy.
Just because I like you, Holt.
Well, That does make it a 19.
And you know what that means? That's a critical
Rolled a
threat.
Oh, baby. Does a 53 confirm critical?
Oh. Oh, you know it. You'll put this
Okay.
dog in his place. So what level of Vital Strike do you have?
I have the highest
You have
level of Vital Strike.
because Graz'zt also has it. You have you have greater Vital Strike.
Yeah.
You're looking at ×8 damage, Holmes. Because you're gonna take what you roll and multiply it by 4. I'm sorry, you're looking at ×16 damage. Because you're gonna take what you roll and multiply it by 4 for greater Vital Strike, and then you're gonna multiply it by 4 again because Gemma doesn't like small crits.
Gemma doesn't like small crits. Praise be. All right, this is gonna take a bit of math. Okay, that's 8 plus 3. What's that? Times 16, I guess. So
You don't get to multiply
that's
the unholy damage.
no, that's fine. This number is going to blow your ass out of your
Get
ass.
huge? It's okay. I'm prepared.
And then 6 unholy damage plus 2d10s of unholy damage first.
That's true.
That's
it's an
going
unholy
to
damage
be
burst. Well, it's 4d10 unholy damage from the burst.
Oh, I see.
Because your crit modifier.
3 plus 6. Then plus 5. Plus 1d8 of thundering.
Oh, right. The thundering is sonic damage.
Yeah.
Rust is not immune to sonic damage.
You are.
Nothing is immune to sonic damage. That's not true. Slad are immune to sonic damage.
I'll remember that.
So we'll start at the bottom and work our way up, shall we?
That's a good.
So I want to save the big number for last.
Good man.
So from the bleeding critical, he's going to take 7 points of bleed damage.
Got it.
He's going to take 4 points of sonic damage.
Got it.
6 plus 16 plus 9. 31 points of unholy damage.
Uh-huh.
And then 488 points of slashing damage.
Oh, shit. Well, he's at minus 262.
You bisected.
But he's a demon prince, so he gets special affordances.
Yes.
So
Is he just paste now?
no, you just you aim for the torso and you don't stop aiming for it, and you chop off his goddamn legs. And like as he holds his entrails in, crawling into the fountain, he looks to the Baelor and gestures to Holt and just says, "Kill him! Kill him!"
Yes, who's cheating now? I'll put you down too.
Hey man, what was Graz'zt's only promise?
I don't know.
He promised not to kill you.
Oh, he did promise not to kill me.
He promised not to kill you. So Solandra, Clementine, would you like to join in this initiative?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Got it.
23.
Shit.
And a 17.
Got it. So this Baylor is fucking wide-eyed. His boss just got his legs chopped off. And he's like, alright, I guess this is what I'm doing today. But Salandra, you can tell he's gonna enter this melee. What do you do? Would you like to get the jump on him?
Well, before he has a chance to get in tight with, I presume that he'd be trying to go into melee with Holt.
That's true.
I am going to use a spell I haven't had a chance to use yet, and hopefully I will beat his spell resistance.
Ooh, show me the spell footage.
Prediction of failure.
Prediction
all
of...
right, so first off, are they immune to curses, Fellows?
No.
All right,
Holt's
I'm gonna
immunity
curse
to
it.
curses is by the product of him being the most cursed possible.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a Hellbred thing.
Yeah, I'm using spell combat, so there's some other stuff I can do. But the first thing I'm gonna do is prediction of failure. So let's see. He gets to make a partial will save. So that's a DC 24 will save.
Got it.
If he makes it, it's not permanent.
Right. That's all he gets from making it.
Yeah.
So he made the will save, but that might not matter in the face of what's going to happen next. But roll and see if you can overcome his spell resistance.
Okay.
Huh. Fun fact: Baylors are in fact immune to fire. They do know the difference between resistance and immunity.
I got a 38 on the to overcome his spell resistance.
Oh lordy, he has
Elves get a +2.
Fucking elves! You have overcome. He is permanently shaken and sickened. Just forever.
That's just his life now.
That's just his life.
That's a -4 on pretty much everything.
Everything. Every fucking roll is a -4. This poor Baylor, you have shown him the meaning of defeat.
He is essentially has visions of everything that can possibly go wrong in his life.
And they will haunt his every step for 17 rounds.
All right. After that, I am going to. I'm activating my flight. I'm spending a fast action to make Brother Vorpal and Bane, Demon Bane. And I think that's all I can do, because if I move, I don't get to take another combat. So yeah, that's right. I can't really use spell combat. I can just prepare for the next time.
Cast spell and do some other things. Makes sense. That being
Yep.
said, it's his turn.
That's a nice debuff, at least.
It's a super good debuff. He keeps his sword stowed and moves toward Hulk to give him a lash with the whip.
Actually, there is one more thing I would like to do.
What would you like to
after
do?
the prediction of failure? Can I make an intimidate roll?
You may.
Just say, just fucking flee, you idiot.
Make that roll.
That's a 36.
36 is not sufficient to overcome the Baylor's intimidate defense. But still.
Counting the -4?
Oh shit, I did not count the -4. Give me a hot second. It is not sufficient to overcome the Baylor's intimidation defense.
Just checking.
Still, you gotta add in that -4, because if you had rolled sufficiently high enough, he'd have fucking pulled a Count Dugan and just fucking run away. Fight over. That being said, he's got one hand pointed towards Salandra in a very scared sense, and he moves toward Holt, and he is not willing to close the distance fully, but hey, a +1 Vorpal Flaming Whip is a +1 Vorpal Flaming Whip. Am I right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Bueller?
You're
Bueller?
super right.
Oh shit. Holt. On a
Yeah?
scale of 1 to 10, how ballsy are you feeling?
Extremely, I want to try to catch it.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna give you the opportunity, but you already said that you're gonna try to catch it. So roll a combat maneuver roll.
Absolutely. That's big now. 42.
Okay. He'll make the combat maneuver roll at a -4 penalty. 42, you say?
Yes.
42 is higher than 39. He pulls a fucking goddamn Balrog and brings the whip down, and you just fucking grab it. And you just stare at him with your flaming eyes. And that's when the Baylor realized he had fucked up. You ever get that distinct impression that you fucked up? He's feeling it right now.
He
Yeah.
is feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Prediction of failure is probably making that even worse.
It's not doing him any favors. Clementine, it's your turn.
Man, I'm surprised we even got to be, honestly.
I'm waiting to see a 9th level spell here, Clem.
All right. You want one? All right. Okay, how about, so the 9th level spell that I have prepared for today is Clashing Rocks.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, you know
So-
what the fortress is made out of, right?
I mean, it's made out of rocks.
It's true.
It's all rocks. It's all rocks, man. Okay.
Oh, Jesus
So-
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, normally I would raise a complaint and say, this fortress was made by Dogo. It can't be controlled. But Clementine, who's got your back?
Dogo!
I
Oh!
don't even have a fucking I don't even have a fucking pocket of earth to stand on. All right, so make a ranged touch attack.
You got it.
He gets a reflex save with a -4 penalty.
Yeah. Dude, okay.
Now, personally, I think that just in this case, the clashing rocks should really be the floor and ceiling just coming.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Sadly, no. What you get is more like a volcano blarg from Super Mario. Just So I've got some bad news. He made the save, but you still deal 20d6 points of bludgeoning damage. He is not buried under the rubble.
So I don't mind you saying that he takes more damage, but if the clashing rocks miss the target still takes 10d6 points.
Well, he succeeded on the reflex save. What did you get on your ranged attack? Because his range,
24.
Yeah, that overcomes his touch AC.
Okay, cool.
So you
Awesome.
hit him, and he's able to wriggle out of the terrible cave-in that you have created.
Okay, hold on. So I need to. I'm gonna use the window as some math. Math zone. Getting kind of shit rolls on this, but when there's 20 of them, I guess it evens out.
I've been there, man. You ever roll 10 damage on a 10d6 fireball? I've been
Yeah.
there, man. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But of course, that counterpoints every maximized silent still fireball you've ever cast. I mean, I know it's a +5 on the caster level, but no one knows that you did it, and it dealt 90 points of damage. 45 if they succeed on the save.
So that is an even 60 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck. Fucking got him. You hit him with a shit ton of fucking rocks.
Also, he has to make a reflex save or be knocked prone.
He succeeded on the save.
Okay.
That's
Because
just-
there's a reflex save for being buried, and then there's a reflex save for being knocked prone.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, he succeeded on all applicable saves
Okay.
because he is a large lad.
Fair.
And he reduces some of the damage he took because he has DR. That being
Understandable.
said, hey, Halt,
Hey.
it's your turn.
Oh, good. I would like to close the distance.
You successfully closed the distance.
I would like to hit him with a vital strike.
You roll that beautiful final strike footage, fam. Please don't kill me, Halt.
Oh, I made no such promise.
Oh.
That's a 20. So,
Oh no.
A nat 20, you mean?
yeah.
Oh boy.
If there were any time for Halt to land all the criticals, it would obviously be right now, right?
A 63 to confirm critical?
That's a confirmed critical hit, my friendo, my bromide, my doge.
All right. Stand by while I take a minute to do math.
Stand by. Math incoming.
Beep boop, here comes math!
I don't know if this thing can survive. But, hey, maybe Halt rolls low, am I right?
I did roll low on 2 of the d10s.
But there are so many.
Oh, Jesus.
And then unholy damage. 2 more d10. 4 plus 8 plus 1 plus 1. Then sonic damage.
Sonic.
No one's
damage.
immune to sonic damage. 2 and 1. So that'll be 3 bleed,
Uh-huh.
1 sonic,
Mm-hmm.
17 unholy,
Mm-hmm.
and 424 points of slashing damage.
You
And
jab
the 2 halves of the demon.
you
fall
jab
different
you
directions.
jab Audra into this Baylor, and like he just starts vibrating to pieces, clutching at the terrible wound, trying to remove that awful blade. All he manages to do is crumble into meaty chunks and paste. There's almost nothing left save for a few recognizable bits. His whip, his sword, his head, his wings, and his cloven hooves. Everything else has been reduced to nothing. And when you look to Graz'zt, he has taken the pit of women, cast them around him like a cloak, and fallen into the stonework below. Their screams of ecstasy and pain fill your mind. All that remains in the room are the bloody remains of the Baylor and what remains of Graz'zt's legs.
Fuck. Bastard.
Halt, I know you're feeling
Yeah.
really good right now,
Mm-hmm.
but you're starting to come down. You think you're gonna have a fucking heart attack.
I cast heal.
There's nothing that a heal can fix.
I drop my sword and fall to my knees.
But say, Halt, do you see any more reason to carry on the visage of the Scion of Gemma?
I've defeated my foe. Please let me rest.
You feel so tired. But you know. You defeated the fortress's guardian. but you have not spoken to the lady that commands it.
Right. I'm going to... I have to let the visage drop. I don't think that I can get to the front gate in this form fast enough without sustaining incredible damage.
You can't get to the front gate, but you might be able to get to the basement.
That's right.
Salandra can get you places fast if she needs to. At least I presume with Gemma's blessing we can teleport within the fortress.
That's true. You may.
If you tell me to,
help me follow him.
tell me where I need to go.
Go to the basement.
Down.
To the depths.
Will dimension door work?
It will.
Okay.
Yes.
I grab hold of Holt with one hand and Clem with the other, and dimension door down to the basement.
You give chase after Graz'zt, and you see him plow into an iridescent portal, but someone bars your way.
Who bars my way?
It is Pale Night.
Do I have any idea who that is?
You know she's stronger than you. Consider your might, Nikolai Holt. Look upon your foe and despair.
I do not despair, but I do incline my horned head in her direction.
Congratulations. You successfully roll versus despair. But she holds up a hand.
All right.
And just says, "You win, Holt. You win. You have defeated my emissary. What do you desire?"
Oh, goodness. Mr. DM, sir, please give me a moment to finish the second drink.
Ooh.
Why would she be able to give me those, Pidge?
I don't know, just spitballing ideas.
It's not a bad idea. A few things run through Holt's racing, fiery mind. The only things that the things that we had entered the fortress for in the first place. He's, if anyone's paying attention to his thoughts, it's of Kira's wings, Kira's cards. But he kind of looks at this pale knight and seems a little confused that she would offer a boon. I'm not sure I understand, my lady.
Deference. I respect that. There are so many of your kind who forget your place. And even now, as the green fire eats your brain, you remember who you are. That's why he loves you, Halt. That's why he loves you. This fortress is yours, as are all of its contents. But you must understand, you invoked Leviathan in this fight. He has claim to it. It will remain in demonic hands. Your hands. But remember, power goes to those who can wield it.
I understand.
I think I like you too, Nikolai Holt.
He doesn't even say anything else.
And she sinks back into the portal, and the light from it goes black. Darker than the most saturnine night on the most gin-soaked evening of the most terrible sailor in all of the skies.
Did the woman go through the portal with Graz'zt?
He crawled through the portal as quickly as he came into the room.
But were the women still attached to him?
No, the women were not attached to him at all. They had been consumed by his terrible regeneration.
I really want to kill that fuck.
I need to drop this, guys. Reynolds.
Do it.
Please.
You're dying, Scoob.
Yeah. How much damage do I take this time?
What's your unmodified constitution?
20.
No, it's not. It's 10.
Okay.
Cilantro,
Can I use,
Clementine, you might
my
want to hold him
regenerate
up.
on you?
No, you can't.
I try to catch him.
Unfortunately,
Well,
you two,
we try.
you
Our
two are
cumulative
little
strength
twig
isn't that
glasses.
Yeah.
Hull, you can't feel your left
We need
arm.
to go on a diet.
Oh shit, this is a heart attack. It's okay. Just calm down. Relax. Clementine, make a beautiful heal roll.
You got it,
Let
babes.
me do some quick math first because I have just lost all of those hit points and more.
You've lost a lot of hit points, fam.
Sorry, I dropped my mouse on the floor and the battery just shot at cannon.
Oh dear. Deary me.
Did he lose his vial damage when he lost the hit points, or
Oh,
is
God,
he still
no.
on vial damage? Oh crap!
Oh, the vial damage as well?
Oh, the vial damage never goes away.
That's the thing about vial damage!
Oh, okay. Nice.
So
I'm sitting pretty at -4.
-4! Holy shit. Wow, when I said fatal heart attack, I didn't know how fatal it was. Clementine, what'd you get on your heal check?
yeah, 17.
Alright, actually, 17's enough to know about a heart attack. Number one, your boy is having a heart attack. Number two, what you need to do is do something to stimulate his heart.
Is Audra back to normal?
No.
Fair. Then I will, Sorry, just flipping through my spells to see what the lowest level lightning spell I prepared was.
It's fine, he has resistance to lightning.
Yeah.
He does?
You do now.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I have a lightning enchantment on my staff that I always forget about.
Because you never use it.
Yeah.
Alright. That being said, how you gonna get his armor off?
Solandra,
What do you need?
help me get his armor off?
All right. Salandra knows all about armor, so she knows how to attach it. She's not that strong, but she knows how it's bound and how it's tied.
That's fair. You do know where all the buckles are.
Yep, and if necessary, I have a very sharp edge to cut through things.
It will not be necessary. So you take about 4 rounds to remove the primary buckles on his armor. Halt, you take 4 more points of damage, bring you to -8.
Okay.
That being said, Clementine, you touch your staff to his heart and you give him a big, big shock.
Zap.
And his heart starts beating normally.
Whew, okay. Then I cast...
He is stable.
Woo, then I cast heal.
You regain all of your non-vial damaged hit points, which brings you to...
185.
Wait, how much vial damage did you take? And how much?
62. I mean, I was it just...
All of the damage Graz'zt deals is vial damage.
Ew.
Oh, all of the damage?
Shit.
All of the damage.
Ew.
Oh.
That's bad.
Okay.
Oh.
So...
We need to take him to the consortium.
Or to a holy ground or something.
The Black Hand, maybe?
I need to do a little bit more math then.
That's fair.
Okay.
I respect mathematics, my lord and savior.
62, it's 88. Minus 150. Yeah, he's sitting pretty at 97 hit points.
Your
Christ.
poor lad. How the mighty have fallen.
Oh, whoopsie-doo, I didn't take off the... My con is down as well. So that's...
Oh, shit.
-5 times 17.
Yeah.
That's 85.
Okay, he's sitting at 12 hit points.
Hold, your maximum hit points are now 12.
Yep.
Oh my god. If we so much as sneeze on him, he'll die.
I can teleport him back to the Black Hand. Well, do you want me to do that now, or is there something?
Right.
Or is there more we have to do here?
1 second. Getting ahead of myself. I totally forgot. Halt, when you slashed that Baylor, it exploded. You didn't take any fire damage. Clem,
Okay.
Salandra, I'm gonna need reflex saves.
Retroactive reflexes.
Retroactive reflex saves.
You got it.
You're a little caught up in
I
things.
was so intimidated it didn't even explode.
A 23.
And oh boy. All right, reflex is plus 15. So that is a 25 even.
Each of you take 100 points of damage.
Okay, I'm at -2.
All right, so maybe he was feeling a little wimpy because of because Clementine's been walking around for a while after that.
All right, so in order...
Actually, no. What would have happened is Clem would have gone down. I would have used regenerative sinew on her because I didn't go down from that.
What makes narrative sense is, so you guys are hanging out outside this terrible demon portal, and it just suddenly explodes. Damage happens. Regenerative sinew ensues. Halt, you take no fire damage or unholy damage because you are both of those things.
It's true.
And you have acquired 10 points of lightning resistance.
All right.
Now that if you keep consorting with Leviathan over Legion, your lightning your demonic nature will increase. If you consort with Legion over Leviathan, well, there
There
won't
will be
be.
consequences.
Well, actually, not really. They don't have a lot of hard feelings between each other. Strangely enough.
That is strange.
That being said, you will have to choose one over the other. You will have to take a side. But strangely enough, there won't be hard feelings on the other.
Well, that's something. That's good.
Like, they're both so haughty that they consider your forsaking them the penalty for having given up on them. Like, if you're like, I'm all in on Leviathan, Legion is like, your punishment is not having the might of Legion. You idiot.
Clem, you gain fast healing 5 for 8 rounds.
Oh, sweet.
So the portal explodes, and then you regain 40 hit points, and you're like, ouch.
What the fuck just happened?
Explosion. Oh. All right. I heal myself too for the same.
Got it. You get the distinct impression that Pale Moon didn't do that on purpose. Like, it just happened on accident. Like, you know how a douchebag Duke will, like, swoop their cape as they're walking away?
Yep.
That's like her equivalent of swooping her veil as she walks away. And it just so happens to deal 50 fire damage and 50 unholy damage. DC 33 save for half.
33.
Don't look
Whoa.
under the veil, by the way. Do not
No
look under
peeksies.
Pale Knight's veil. Don't do it. It's a save versus death if you do. Don't do it. Halt.
No,
This is the worst pain.
this is the worst pain.
Congratulations, you're the Lord of Gemma's Fortress.
Hooray.
You've claimed it for Leviathan and demons everywhere. This is the worst pain.
Just leave me here.
Hold, do you want me to take you back to the Black Hand, or is there anything else we need to do here? We have to
We
find
need your fucking cards.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. Should we try with the consortium, see if they can fix you?
Nothing
Fuck,
here.
That's like gangrene. Oh, man.
Yeah, it hurts. Nothing in here will dare attack me. Not right now. I can bask in victory a little longer. Let's just make our way to...
Where's that armory you and Rival raided last time?
Right outside the door.
I point to the door. Over there. I think. I know.
All right. I'll look and see if there's anything unusual about it. Searching for traps, best
You
best
search for
enabled.
traps. Roll that beautiful perception footage.
Clem, just in case, maybe take him a bit away.
Okay.
And I got a 34.
The trap that covers this door includes such powerful spells as Gaze of the Vengeful God, but they have all been deactivated. Solandra, do you know how much damage Gaze of the Vengeful God does?
No clue.
206 d6.
Wow!
206 D6.
Nothing was meant to cross this threshold alive. And yet, the trap has been disarmed.
All right, is the door locked or unlocked?
It is unlocked. The portal is open.
All right, the portal is open.
I mean, doorway.
Not the same.
doorway
Okay.
in this sentence.
Just
Phew,
want to
so
make
many
sure.
doors open.
All right. I never took the goggles off, so I'm looking in the room with the goggles.
The armory
Actually, that would have.
is empty. All that's left are weapon and armor stands that have been plundered.
All right. Let's go find Kira's room.
Okay.
All right. Clem offers Holt a hand to his feet.
He's gonna need a little bit more than that. Clementine, can
He
you turn into a large beast that he can either ride or rely upon?
Holt, can you ride a horse?
maybe.
I can turn into something cuddlier.
Quite frankly, Holt, a bison might be better. Just because
Uh,
it'll be easier to hold on to.
Maybe something like that.
Oh,
You got it.
let's not be foolish. How far away is Kira's room?
It's pretty far actually. As far
Is
as
it-
going through the ruins goes.
Is it?
I have to feed Monster, otherwise he will continue to
Is it-
scream.
Is it more than 1,000 feet away?
Come
on.
I don't think it is.
Because I can just dimension door right there. You know, he's the master of the fortress, and it's going to Kira's room. So between us,
This
I
is
think we got that covered.
You may not dimension door into Kira's room. You may, however, dimension door into room 49, the antechamber. I assume that happens.
Yes.
Yes.
Got him. So you dimension door everyone into room scoobity bop 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 doobity bop bop 49. And the entrance to Kira's chamber, the trap is still active. Of all of the traps that survived in this place, that is the one. Before it are a series of black stains. Black and green and red.
From things that tried to break in here.
They apparently failed.
Maybe take Holt into the other room just in case for now.
Good idea.
But Salandra,
I give Clementine like a little pat. Thanks, Clem.
but
You're
Salandra,
welcome.
remember your scripture. Who was allowed in Kira's bedchambers?
Gemma
Gemma, Dogo.
and Marduk.
Marduk was not permitted, actually, strangely enough.
Well,
He never stepped foot in this room.
but do I still have to speak in Kira's voice to open this?
Not any longer. You already have.
So I will try to open up.
The terrible, vengeful eye passes over you as you all go to the door and enter in the hallowed room. If there has ever been hallowed ground, this is it. Salandra,
Wow.
Clementine, can I get a knowledge religion from each of you?
You sure can. Damn.
I didn't realize how much fucking weight there was to this place until we walked in here.
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks, babe.
A 20.
Ooh.
And 39.
Vile damage may be healed upon hallowed ground.
Hey, Clem,
Mm.
try using one of your healing spells. Well, actually, let me try. I reach out and I touch Holt and use my my regenerative sinew.
Holt, you regain 40 hit points slowly and restore how many points of Constitution damage?
It's I think it's regenerative sinew. 4 points of ability score damage from any 2 ability scores. So if he only damaged 1 ability score, I can only heal 4 of it.
Well, Holt, I should mention concerning your strength and dexterity, they have each also taken half of their points in damage.
Oh, okay. Ouchies.
So I will heal his, probably his dex and his constitution need the most help.
Got it. So your dex and constitution both go up by 4 points.
Okay.
Clem, see if I think healing will work on him here.
Beautiful. Then I will. I've loaded up on healing spells. So let's see.
Hit him with that good shit.
Yeah. Between the healing spells and lesser restoration, we're gonna get you fixed up good.
I start looking around the room.
What are you looking for?
All right, I'll make a perception roll if she has anything to say.
Oh, Salandra, ye of little faith.
We established this at the beginning of our relationship.
This is true. But will you finally let a crack through? Will you finally let the light of faith into your personage for just a moment?
Well, I have faith in my friends, and you're my friend, right?
That's true.
I'll take fens over gods any fucking day.
The effect is the same. Salandra, you could turn over every stone. You could remove every drawer. Or you could just have a little faith. It's your choice.
Does the faith in the friends thing count, or is she saying I have to worship her?
The faith in the friends thing totally counts. It is a beautiful
Yes.
loophole, and I love it.
Okay.
So you go to turn over every stone and rip out every drawer, and you just take a moment, take a deep breath, stop, focus, and you head to the bedside table. And there is a reading. Oh, I see. It's a very pentacles sort of
Lie in the bed. Bolt.
Mhm.
She will not mind. Does he do it?
Yeah.
I tuck him in.
I just lay my hand on his brow and I use the slumber hex.
Oh, yeah. I'd choose to fail my save.
You choose to fail, Holt. And right now you are in
I think the DC is higher than you can roll anyway.
I don't know. You want me to try and roll it? No, I don't want to.
You're in a beautiful position to choose to fail.
So comfortable.
The first card that has been laid out on the tarot before you is the inverted Three of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Pentacles.
Where's my cards?
Which is located in an upright position in the center, followed by the Ten of Wands. Ooh, I like
So-
it.
We're essentially getting a reading.
A reading 700 years in the making. Salandra, roll me that beautiful, beautiful Knowledge Arcana roll. With a plus 10 bonus.
Okay. All right, so that's a 50.
The inverted Three of Pentacles is the sign of disharmony, misalignment, working alone. The center card, the Page of Pentacles, is manifestation, opportunity, developing your skills. In the final card, the Ten of Wands, which is somehow represented both upright and inverted, stands for carrying the burden, completing your task. If this were a linear progression from past to present to future, that is the story it would tell.
Both the pentacles are inverted.
No, one pentacle is reverted. The Ten of Wands is somehow meaning both upright and reversed.
Okay.
But
It's like a little video image on the card. It just flips.
yes.
So 3 is inverted. Page is upright. Okay.
And the Ten of Wands is vacillating. It needs some auspicization stat.
Because I love you guys and want you to be happy.
Ooh,
Oh, sweet.
I like it.
I don't know if you intended to put them this way, but the wands and the inverted card, they line up so it looks like they're attached to each other.
I did.
That's
Very
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
That's super
I
cool.
went to art school.
The line. Yep. The lines really work well with the card too. So
Yeah.
Can I get
Nicely
a capital
done.
A aesthetics?
Aesthetique.
There you go. You can pin that if you so choose.
Well, now I have to. Congratulations. You are now in possession of Kira's tarot cards.
So there's a full deck along with this. This was just a reading that had been done.
Yes, the deck is placed gently off to the left, perfectly stacked. But this was the final reading she made before she departed. You didn't notice it before. You weren't looking for it. It didn't seem important. One tchotchke among 1,000, your gaze diverted and dominated by that wonderful, terrible mirror. Do y'all take a hot minute and wait for Holt to wake up?
That's gonna be a while.
It's not.
It's not. How long does the slumber hex work?
It's not a matter
Or
of the
last?
slumber hex.
Oh,
All right, 17 rounds by default.
what's it a matter of, Ronald?
So you will be asleep for 3 minutes.
Okay.
And Holt, it will be the deepest 3 minutes of your life.
Please tell me that it's dreamless.
It's not.
Oh.
But we'll get to that next time as we continue the Septemport game.
How does Kira respond to my question? Is there anything valuable amidst all these tchotchkes?
Okay. How many experience points do you get from a CR23?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That many. Got it. I found a Morgue Assassin level 10, Trickster level 6, which comes out to a CR23. Do not
Shit.
fuck with this motherfucker.
A morgue, those disgusting undead with the tongues.
Yeah.
But with 10 levels of Assassin and 6 levels in Trickster. I don't even know what Trickster does. But apparently
Don't
Nothing
want to find
nice.
out.
819,200 experience points. You each get 375,466 experience points.
All right, can you repeat that?
Could you write that down?
I can. Give me a hot minute, because you also get more for acquiring an artifact and taking over a fortress.
And Holt also gets his God's meld.
I would say Holt probably gets some extra.
He does, because he made a very important choice. Holt, in Pyre,
Yeah.
how much is a very important lesson worth?
1,000?
And can you put a price on it?
No.
You're right. You can't. So that's base, and Holt, you get an extra 50,000 for choosing Leviathan for the first time.
Oh boy.
So we just get 425. Just get 425.
Only 425,466.
The 50,000's for Holt. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
I mean, he did defeat Graz'zt one-on-one, but I'm gonna give it to the rest of y'all.
You were there for moral support.
Thanks
Hey!
for the carry, Holt.
Hey guys,
Dang.
We did put the
Dang.
we put the cherry on top of the for the Balor too. Oh, did you have the Balor experience points in there too?
I did.
okay.
Holt, did you
Should I think?
ding?
I did.
Holt
I think
did
both
a
of
ding.
us. I think all of us did.
Fuck. Knowledge familia. Like, you're going to need to base your summoning of your mother based on what you knew of her.
Oh crap, that's a problem.
It's a damn big problem.
All right. I have the images of her from the Chosen. I scanned those.
That's true.
I at least know those in my memory. I have recollections of her from childhood, but I didn't know her very well.
That's
I mean,
true.
I was a kid. I was a kid.
That's gonna be a bit of a problem.
So what I mainly know about her is from what I saw from the Chosen.
I mean, make an intelligence check.
Okay, that is a 22.
22. That's pretty good. All right. She's an elf, and even though she fought like heart and soul against elven society, you always pay homage to your ancestors. It doesn't matter how old, it doesn't matter how dumb, it doesn't matter how racist, it doesn't matter. You need to make some sort of conciliatory gesture to your ancestors, no matter what. That being said, Atrial Batalis also had a powerful respect for arcane ability. What ritualistic actions do you take in order to summon forth the spirit of Atrial Batalis based on this information?
um, I'm going to try to use my spell magic greater and use it in a more abstract sense. To try to see if I can create a ritual that will break through whatever bindings the Chosen made on her after her death.
Ooh. I like it. That deals with the arcane side. Show me your penitence, Salandra Batalis. Show me your contrition.
Sorry I spent so much time hating you all these years. I saw what you were trying to do. I know you had bigger things to do than me. I forgive you and I let it go. I Can I get more sense of what's happening?
What the breeze is indicating to you is, like if there were a stiff blow that were to hit you where they were indicating what would happen to your body.
I would kneel. Okay. I kneel.
Do you look up or do you look down?
I look. Penitence is looking down. I don't look down.
Penitence is looking down, but think about what Atrial would want.
True. All right, I will look up.
You look up, and you see your mother staring back down at you. It's a vision that only you can perceive, and a conversation that only you are having.
Hey, Mom. That's probably a good point to stop, right?
Yes, let's. We'll carry on with your conversation with Ma next week.
or offline if you want. I don't know.
No, I want to hear
Oh,
this.
I want to hear
They
this.
want the details. The people
Give
want
the
it.
people what they want.
Give the people what they want, Dave.